you know, it ain't. I'm semi. Just put it like that. Am I going live?
Yes, we are
Oh,
going live, sir.
I'm live. I'm live on my end too. Oh, oh man, I'm sorry. Put your hand in the camera so they can know it's me. I'm here. So yeah, it was a hell of a ride though. I'll tell you that.
Agreed.
Hell of a
Agreed.
hell of a ride. Would I do it again? Absolutely not.
I think that's everybody when it comes to moving. Once you move, and that's all she wrote. But we got a decent show for today. We're
We got,
gonna
it is all funded by me.
say what come again?
It's all funded by me. I got all the topics.
No, it's not. You ain't got all the
I
topics.
got all the topics.
You ain't got all the
We're gonna
topics.
talk about it all. Everything we don't miss.
So we're gonna start off, of course, with our usual. Um, our
Question.
usual today.
Question.
His question of the day.
Someone leave me alone. Today's question is kinda crazy. Is marriage necessary?
Yes, marriage is necessary.
That
Well, hold on. So you remember when we was about a couple weeks ago when we were talking about should you have sex on the first date, on the first night?
Mm-hmm.
So I ran across a few things where my point actually made sense. Where women were on other shows saying the exact
But they ain't
same
got no
thing.
man. How you listen to people who ain't got no
That's
man?
not saying they ain't got no man. They
ain't got no man.
No, because she actually said in the relationships that she had been in, right?
How you listen to people who ain't got no
No,
man?
no, hold on. In the relationships that she been in,
That she was in. Not that she
no. What she's
she
saying,
ain't got no man.
she might not have a man now, but she had a man. And you
Okay,
know what?
whatever.
And you know what she said.
That's good for her. I'm glad.
And you know what she said.
What'd she say?
That she made sure that they got that out the way because it makes no sense to wait 6 months where everything else is in.
And that's not even the question today.
No, I'm just.
Oh,
saying.
you just wanted to get it out the
Yeah,
way?
I just wanted
Okay,
to
all right.
say what I'm saying.
If that's how you felt, I apologize.
And she was literally like, at the end of the day,
I mean, hey.
it's the reason why.
Hey, you fucking. Okay.
She said that. She said it for that reason because it's like she wants to get that out the way. It makes no sense to wait 6 months and y'all doing what y'all doing.
Okay. My bad.
And,
My bad.
and hold on, and you get that 6 months and you find out 6 months y'all done put all this time in. Now y'all getting ready to do the naked twister and twisted tango, and y'all not compatible.
My bad.
You done wasted 6 months of your life.
No, that ties into the question again. Is marriage really necessary?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think so. And I had this conversation with my wife. I don't think marriage is necessary, not even a little bit. I mean, no. So let me make this clear. Do I regret marrying my wife? Absolutely not. Do I regret marrying her to go through the steps to make... No, I don't. I really do. I wouldn't have married her if that was the case. I just would have stayed how we are now. And when I told my wife, because the truth is, you can still talk on my behalf.
True.
Now, and I'm telling this for personal experience. My wife was, at the time, my girlfriend was still talking on my behalf. She talked to the banks on my behalf. Mind you, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to, that's for married folk, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was still talking on my behalf. If, let's just say, God forbid I die. If I make a will and sign everything to her, will she get it?
I would hope so.
So, if I die, I can still send her money. If we get in the house, let's just say the house we got now, if she's on the deed.
I also want to welcome all of my TikTok fans and his TikTok fans together, those who've been with us.
Hello in TV world.
And TV TikTok land, which we don't know how much longer y'all going to be here.
It makes you think how a funny face has been easy. Can't look down at easy. No, it's no point. I don't see a point to marriage because you get no personal gain. But hey, you
why
gotta
does it
watch.
have to be personal gain?
It is a personal gain. It's a business.
No, that's what you might think it is. You might think marriage
is a business. It is. It is. Marriage is a
I can't
business.
say marriage is a business.
Marriage is a business.
How is it a business?
Think about it. Y'all had no finances together? Y'all in it together, right? Teamwork, right? We have to do this, this, and this. This ain't now, mind you, of course, for love.
No,
Love,
no, no,
you
don't
love
don't
her.
throw that in there
You
now.
do.
Don't throw that in
But
there
there's
now.
no point to marriage.
But they have arranged marriages where in other countries.
But that's not the same
Hold
thing.
on. No, exactly. So that's on that end. That's the only way you can say marriage is a business because
It is.
it's arranged for money purposes. When I got married, it wasn't for money. It wasn't for a business. It wasn't business like. There was none of that involved.
That was business like.
No, it's not.
It is, man.
How is it business like?
Marriage is a business. My wife explained it to me so good, I was looking at her like, damn, maybe this is my goddamn business partner, fucking crook. But no, it's a business. I see in a business, you're looking for personal gain. In a marriage, it's a personal gain. When you marry somebody, they're supposed to help you do stuff, right? Not supposed, but one is helping you. Wait, you don't usually fuck your business partner. Lie.
That's true.
Lie.
That's true.
Lie. How many places have you been when they slept with the people? No, it's what it is. Think about it. You get no personal gain from a marriage. This is say is a piece of paper saying you're married.
That might be true.
That's it. You don't get nothing. You don't get. There's no personal gain. You find your true love, of course, yes, but what is the true personal gain of marriage?
Love.
Nothing. Love.
Love. Companionship.
Okay. What else you get from that?
That's what you need.
That's it?
Yeah.
So
you're looking at it from money purposes.
It's not money purposes.
Yes, it is. That's what you just said, though.
What's the difference between?
You said it's a business.
What's the difference between being married and being a girlfriend? If I just explain to you that, again, from personal experience, my wife talked to people on my behalf when you wasn't supposed to. She talked to banks on my behalf. She was able to sign for me for stuff. She was able to do all this stuff as a girlfriend. What's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife?
Last name.
That's it?
Death benefits.
Now, let me stop you right there. If I put you as my beneficiary, I could do that. Last name. If I want to change my name, I can.
No, you can't. When
Yes, you
when
can.
you're married, you're not changing.
No.
When you change your name after you're married.
Yeah, I looked it up. I can change my name if I want to. I'm thinking about changing my name.
Let me ask, why
anyway.
would you do that, though?
I'm changing it to Rome.
Why would you be...
I'm dropping the J and keeping the R.
God.
And I want it to be capital R when you address me. But I like that. But it's a serious. If I could change my name.
I know what today gonna be like
Oh,
already.
my boy on there. My boy Corey. We'll put your hand in the camera.
But everybody, thank you for showing up. So for those that don't know, we usually start the show. I kind of abruptly entered his answer this question of the day, and he's basically saying is marriage necessary? And I want to know what do y'all think?
Anybody ask?
Yeah.
Hey.
And some people say it depends on the situation.
Okay.
I can't say that. I really think that when you get married, you're not looking at it from a business standpoint.
Why would you not?
Because it's not. There's no
everything. Okay, like you said, if someone dies, where the money going?
To her.
Says who?
Says me. That's not a big. That's not a business transaction.
When we're handling house stuff together. When you go buy a house together, or like I just did.
You okay? And I hate to say it that way.
Like I just did.
It depends on your status or religion. Again, it
depends. But the question
I think marriage is necessary.
But the question is why? Why is it necessary? What do you gain? What are you gaining from a marriage?
So, if we want to keep it,
if I told you everything that as a girlfriend you got all the benefits as a wife, all the benefits
because it's not recognized by God, the state, the country.
Okay.
So
what about the people back in the day doing slavery when they say jump in the broom when they married?
Because they actually did it to God. They literally that's the same thing.
So we just coming together under God. So me and her go to church together. Are we under God?
No, because
you are.
No, you're not. Not in a marriage standpoint.
Nah, I don't see the point of a marriage. I don't. I'm like I said, I don't regret marrying my wife, but I regret going to. I would have just went to the courthouse, got it done, because there's no point. There's no personal for me. There's no personal gain. I get nothing from it.
But everything doesn't have to be about personal gain.
If I die, I can sign a will over. She gets it anyway. If I'm at my job and they say I need to put down a beneficiary, I can put her down anyway. If I go to the bank, she could talk to the banks on my behalf for me anyway. So she could do all these things.
Yeah, but you can. He said. Nick said if you die, you can also give it to your kids and not your wife.
You can't. If I make a will, they have to honor the will, right?
But that's what I'm
If I
saying.
say give some to my wife,
But
give
here's the
some to
thing.
my girlfriend, and then give the rest to my kids or do 50-50, they have to honor that. So that means I did that for no reason.
You have a strange way of thinking. I'm
But
gonna
it's the
just leave it.
truth, though. But it's the truth.
That's
Can I
your way of
not?
thinking.
But is that not the truth? Can I not do that?
But no.
Can I not do
Why
that?
are you trying to go against the grain?
I'm not going against the
You
grain.
are
It's the
going
truth.
against the grain.
What's the point of a
Then
marriage?
why get married? Then why did you get married?
Because my wife wanted to do it. I promise you in my life, I love my wife. Everybody know that. But
That's
she
not.
wanted.
That's not what I'm thinking.
She wanted to do it. She happy woman, right? I made my woman was. That's what she wanted. I gave her what she wanted. But to me, there's no personal gain. I've had talks with my mother-in-law about that. There's no personal gain. What do you gain
But
from
it does. Your personal game is love, happiness, companionship. If you're not worried about, if you're looking at financial benefits from it, there are none.
There's none from. I'm
But
from the
if you're looking,
standpoint
but
of
if
what
you're
can you do for me?
you're doing it. I mean, it's the same thing. You're doing it legally under the house of the Lord. Let's be clear. That's what marriage is all about to a certain extent.
Is that the reason why I gotta pay for it?
See again. You making it about money.
But I gotta pay for it though, right?
No, you
I
don't.
got so yes you do. You gotta pay. Yes you do. You have to pay for your marriage license. Yes you do.
But that's
You don't have
besides
to,
the point.
do you have to pay for your marriage license? So I gotta pay you because I fell in love with somebody. That's what you're telling me. I found
If you want it to be legalized,
that shit crazy.
because you need a license for everything.
I found the love of my life, and now I gotta pay for it
Yeah.
because you said I have to. But back in the day, we used to just jump the broom. We married.
But no, you jumped the broom in the eyes of a Lord and a pastor and a preacher or whoever was ordained in your cotton field to do
Don't
marriages.
say it like that. That shit.
But you
fucked
said it though,
up.
because that's where the
All
phrase.
I said was jump over a
But
broom.
that's where the phrase "jumping the broom" comes from.
But that's what I'm saying. But what again? No one has talked. Yo, how you doing?
What's up, Yeet?
What's the point of a marriage?
I just told
What's
you.
the personal gain
I told you what the personal game
for the
was.
Lord? That's it. So that's
Love,
all I'm getting.
Love.
Where's the love at?
Your wife don't love you.
No, I gotta go to the court. Ron, listen to me. Y'all listen to
You
me.
making this about
No,
financial?
I'm not.
Yes,
I
you
found
are.
the love of my life, and you telling me I gotta pay you to marry the love of my life? That shit crazy.
So $60 is a lot of money to
Why?
get married.
Why I gotta pay you for the love of my wife? That shit crazy.
In order for it to be legal, yes, you do.
Why? They didn't do that back in the day.
Oh God!
Oh no, we didn't answer that.
You didn't have that. Slaves didn't have money back then. Because you
It-
keep
it-
going.
no,
you keep going back to the jumping the broom thing.
Even before,
Yes.
even before
You did
that,
have to pay.
They only started that shit because black people were doing. Hey, history lesson because it is. Black people were doing that and they wanted to get a financial gain over it.
That's
'Cause
not,
it's-
okay.
Okay, so there's no financial gain of me marrying somebody.
No.
I have to pay you for the love of my life. I have to give you money because I love somebody.
Hey.
That shit crazy.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's just like a driver's license. Do you have to pay for your driver's license to drive?
Shit, I feel like I don't need it.
See, I rest my case.
I feel I don't need it. Why I gotta pay you? Think about this. For me, I feel like for people who just showed up, the question is, what is the point of a marriage? To me, I'm saying there's no gain from it, because everything I can do as a girlfriend, I could do as a wife. I've done everything. I could do everything. I could talk on your behalf. Are you still married? Oh, I'm happily
See,
married.
that's the question.
No,
But
no.
you got people thinking like.
But hold on now.
Are you married?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Yeah, I'm married. But the only reason why I'm married because my wife wanted to do that. On my mama, on my boy. Ask my wife if I told her the same thing. On my mother-in-law, she'll tell you. I told you I don't feel the necessary to be married because I need somebody to tell me I love somebody.
They're not telling you
Yes,
love
you are.
somebody.
I gotta pay you.
You're paying
I have
for
to pay
it.
you.
It's just like a driver's license. You have to get that bad boy renewed depending on what you do.
Hold
every
on.
20 years.
Were you driving before the license?
No.
Cap.
No, I wasn't.
Cap.
No, I'm telling you I wasn't.
Cap. I was.
That's
I
you.
was driving without the license.
Because you didn't care about going to jail or not.
No. All right. Now dig this. Dig this now. when you're driving a car. Did you know how to drive a car?
And Nick, you are right. You are right. Some people do it for the religious reasons too.
And I give you that. If that's for the, and that's probably why my wife always wanted to be married, and I did my part. Yes, fuck it.
And you sitting here complaining about it though too. About
But she knows my
that's
stance.
fine. She might.
I've always told her that. I've never. If anybody who knows me,
look, we not trying to live that life, okay? You can't go to jail if they don't find out.
Thank you.
FBI. Exactly.
So, on my mama.
What's up, infamous?
On my mama, me and my wife has had this conversation, and she understands. We've always talked about it because, like I said, I only married her because that's what she wanted to do. She wanted a marriage. Me as a man, okay, I love my wife. Oh well, my girlfriend at the time. And I felt like the time was right. Yes, let's do it. Because I owed it to her. That's what she wanted. Okay.
You owed it to her.
Yes. You're supposed to give her what she wants, right? If you love somebody strong enough, you give them what they want, right? I wonder where I got that from.
I already told you. I know where you got it from.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Exactly where you got it
I got
from.
that from a wise man. A wise man told me that.
Who's that wise man?
Shit, I ain't gonna say no names.
Who's the wise man that told you that?
I ain't gonna say no names.
Oh, you's a dirty motherfucker.
I'll put it like this. The nigga in the room. He in the room. Is that better?
I'll let you have that.
He in the room. Yeah, I got that from him. He told me, you give the woman what she want. Again, my wife wanted to be married. I did that. I honored her what she wanted. But for me, I just feel like a marriage is not necessary. It's not. Because again, I'm looking at it from were we having sex before marriage? Absolutely. Was she taking care of business for me?
Now.
From the courts and all that?
Now,
absolutely.
If you say that part, right?
She was doing everything for me. Everything.
And you didn't want to give her your last name? $40?
You know you
$40?
You know you could change your last name legally without being married. So what's the difference?
But
if I want to be called Jane Doe right now, I can change my name to Jane Doe. And they can't stop me from doing it.
I can't stand you right now.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I can't change my name? I told you I thought about dropping the J and keeping the R.
We're not doing all that.
But I can. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
I can change my... So, if she could change her name legally, what's the point? What did I gain?
You didn't really... I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I could do all the... If, let's just say we didn't get married, she said, I kind of want your last name. Here, baby, just take this money. Let's go change your name. And now, they have to do it. I changed my name. Easy like. So now, as a girlfriend who changed their name, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did I gain? What did I gain?
See, then you didn't gain anything, to be honest with you. If you want me to be truthful with you, you didn't gain. She didn't gain nothing.
So, because I hear people saying, "Oh, how you gonna be a wife if you do this, this, and this?" Well, technically, you don't have to be a wife to get that.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Because one thing I'm not gonna do if I'm with somebody, like right now, I would not go if I'm looking at my past the way things were. And some of the women that I dated, they would not have they wouldn't have no benefits at all. Maybe one. If they were so firm, because there was one that I was talking to who didn't want to get married but wanted to have that forever type thing, right? You get what I'm saying? Huh?
Was she wrong?
Yeah.
Why was she wrong?
Because that's not how I am. If I'm going to do something like that and I'm going to be with you, I'm not finna give you my birth certificate. I'm not finna give you my social security number.
I did. My wife did all of it. Well, at the time, I told you she took care of business for me. When I went to another job, she had my birth certificate. Of course, you trust somebody. My wife did.
But at that time, though, you had already made plans to marry her. Yes or no?
No.
But you trusted her enough.
Yes.
To do that.
Yes.
See, everybody don't have that.
Yes.
Everybody don't have that type of trust.
When you have a good choice of judgment and who's around you, yes. My wife lived with me.
Oh, I know.
She lived with me. As a girlfriend, she lived with me. She had access to everything I had. I told you, she took care of business for me. She talked to banks on my behalf. She talked to my credit card people on my behalf. And mind you, again, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
But you did it anyway.
But watch this. Because when they asked me, do you give her authority over your account?
I mean, you
and
didn't
I
do
said
that.
and I said yes. Guess what? She didn't need to be my wife to do that.
But you again though, there's two different things going on with what you saying. It's okay to have someone speak on your behalf as far as business. I'm not saying that's wrong.
But you wouldn't do it.
No, because I'm not that person.
You
got to remember, everybody's different.
I'm just going by what you say. You wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't.
So if she was living with you, 24/7,
No,
cooking for you, cleaning for you, fucking, because that's what you fucking, taking care of you.
no,
And
because I need that commitment on that level
But
where
it
I
is
say
commitment.
no, it's not.
Who said I'm not committed?
I wouldn't do it because at the end of the day,
There's nothing
if
wrong
it
with
didn't
that.
if it didn't work out that way like you needed to work out, now she has everything of yours. She got your birth certificate. She got your social security number. She know all that shit, bank account numbers and all
Does
that.
true
No.
love end?
Yes, it can.
How?
You walk in the house and see a nigga 6 feet deep in them.
Well, does true love end?
I just told you it did. I
That's
literally
all I'm
just
saying.
told you.
I just don't see the point of a marriage. If a girlfriend gets all the benefits as a wife, because mind you, I just told you, if the girlfriend wanted to change her name, she could.
But she's not going to change it without reason. You have to give her a reason.
If I just gave you a reason, I just changed my name legally for you. If we in that love, I just made you change your name legally. Your name Ashley McGinnis. Now your name is Ashley Leroy. The dang shit. That is true motherfucking love.
No, it's not, because see, in the court of law, it wouldn't get recognized.
Says who? That's my name.
No, but again, no. So I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? You don't get married, and you're with somebody, right? You're with somebody right now, right? You're not married,
Okay.
but y'all been staying together for, I don't know,
Let's say-
7 years, right?
Okay.
6-7 years.
Oh, I like those.
And the problem that comes behind this is that they used to have common law marriage. They don't anymore.
I know that.
So what happens is y'all can be living together and doing all of these things, but what ends up happening at the end of the day, when something happens to you, she doesn't have any rights over you.
But that's when the will comes in.
No.
That's when the will comes over you. If I put them out,
You're not putting a will on somebody you've been with for 6 years.
What?
And you're
Cap.
not doing that.
Cap.
You're not doing that.
How many people out there in the motherfucking world been together? Which I think is crazy. They've been together for 12. When I was on I interviewed somebody that been with somebody for 12 years. Have 3 kids with her. So I've been with this person for 12 years. And at one time, as marriage came up, why not? Why? I already got 3 kids with her. We already live together. We already got a house together. Why not marry them? Because it could be, maybe I realized I don't have to.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I didn't. Wait, what? This is like him saying I don't see the point of a podcast while I'm on a podcast. Hey,
But this is what you're saying.
but I don't have to be married. I don't have to. You know why? Because like I just said, you got a couple that's been married for 12 years, and at one time in them 12 years they ain't got married. Ain't thought about getting married. You think
Maybe they have.
You don't. Okay, but why they didn't?
But maybe there's other underlying
Okay.
issues that you don't know.
So why not?
Maybe
okay.
maybe he's a habitual cheater. Maybe she's a
For 12 years?
Yeah.
I'm with somebody for 12 years, we get married?
and you still
That's
cheating.
crazy.
What's the point?
That's crazy.
If you know you still gonna be out there, a lot of times people don't get married. They be in long-term relationships because actually they're doing things they should not be
That's
doing.
not true.
Yes,
That's
it
not.
is.
Oh, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
I have a friend right now that's been with the same
listen, you have
person
to
for
remember,
10
we all
years,
have friends.
and they never cheated on her that one time, and they got 2-3 kids.
We all have
Again,
friends.
that's what I'm saying. Just because someone doesn't look to marry you, don't mean they cheated on you. That's crazy. If I've been with you for
I'm not
12
saying. I'm
years
not saying.
and they system work,
But that's for them though.
but who says that? You said they cheating.
You could be.
Yeah, no, you said you could be. That don't mean they are.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
saying
say
it
that.
is.
I wouldn't say that. Baby, they said the same thing I said. What's the point of marriage if you could do everything on my behalf anyway? What's the point? What am I going to gain from it?
Because you're going to hell.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm gonna just
Wait,
sum it
hold
up.
on.
I'm gonna sum it up like
Hold
it
on.
is.
Then everything that goes stop it to the next of kin. If you got nothing to marry, you need. But see, thank you. But if I have my mother-in-law said, hey, there are benefits to that. But here's the thing: if I put it in my will, like she said, she gonna get it.
That's fine.
You have to honor the will.
But I wouldn't put somebody on my will that doesn't have my last name, or I'm legally married
Okay,
to.
she can go change her name and have my name legally there. What would be the difference?
You have your name, but you're not legally married. So in the eyes of the law, that's still a difference.
That's bull.
No, it's not.
That's bull.
It's not. It's the truth. You're not. Even if she goes and change her last name right now, you're not legally married.
Says who?
Says everybody. The Lord says it for crying
Hey, hold
out
on.
loud.
We're not bringing the Lord into
Yes,
it.
I am.
All I'm saying
because
is
that's literally what it comes down to.
so that's the only reason why you're getting married then.
No, that's your only reason.
No, that's the only reason.
No, you get married because you love someone,
Okay.
you love the comfortability, you love being around the person.
I'm with him though. It's best to legally marry. It's hard to do that.
No, it's
Mom.
not.
It is. If I could do everything as a girlfriend, what's the point?
But why?
What's the point? What do you gain?
Why would you only do it that way?
Because what's the point? I gotta pay you.
No, there
For
you
my
go. See,
true
again,
love.
you're talking about money.
No,
you're talking about the dumbest thing of all of this
that's
right
not.
now.
I have to pay you for my true love.
Actually? Let me
So
take
what
that back.
happened
What's
when?
$20?
So maybe back.
What's $20?
Maybe back in the day, what
What's
happened to
$20?
jumping the broom for free?
Because
When did
slaves did not
we
have
start
currency.
paying for marrying?
Slaves never had money. First of all,
Look up when did you have to start paying for a marriage? Because remember, we were jumping the broom for the longest, and you didn't have to pay nobody for that.
there was a tax for it. I do remember.
You didn't have to pay nobody to. I gotta pay you for my true love. When did the marriage? What you mean paying for the wedding? No, for a marriage. Remember, the marriage license. I gotta pay you for a
It's
marriage license.
$20.
No, it does not matter how much it is. I shouldn't have to give you nothing for my true love. When did we start paying for marriage? What year? When did it become a thing I have to pay you to a marriage license to get married? What year was that? I know you're looking it up. He's looking it up right now. Because I think that's crazy. You put up?
Hold on.
This asks, when did you have to start paying for marriage? It should have popped up. We asking Google, y'all. Is that Jim Jones?
Nah, that's my boss.
That ain't Jim Jones. He ain't
That's
changed
his name. No, that's literally his name is Joe Jones. So he calls himself Jim Jones. I'm serious. I'm
Now
serious.
here we go. My mother said, "Now you know America want." Stop doing it. I wish they wait. America want their money. The pimping us is everything, every way they can, and that's what I'm saying. Again, remember, as slave, was it 1932 or on up? We were just jumping brooms and getting married, and you was legally married. I didn't have to pay nobody, like you said, ordained minister right there. You jumped the moon, jumped the broom. Everybody jumping for hooray and going about their business. Now you have to pay for it. Nothing.
No, it just says the same thing we done said the whole time.
Let me see.
It says it right there. It's the combination of cultural significance. I got this.
You're a hell of a hard finder.
It literally says what we just said.
No, say what year did you have to start paying for marriage? God damn, Google. No, he kind of old, so
No,
you
I'm
talking
not
about.
old.
I just play
I,
around.
you know
Don't
how
act like that. I know you don't like it. You don't like being called old. Everybody a little old in their own way. Technology kills old folks.
no, it don't.
I'm just playing,
I
man.
swear to God, you can play all you want to.
See, you always.
Y'all gonna be missing somebody in a
I
minute.
apologize. I won't say nothing now. That was disrespectful. It's,
Very.
it's the liquor in the cup. My bad.
Ain't no liquor in that cup.
Yeah, look, too much high fruit of corn syrup, high off the sugar.
There wasn't a Pacific year. Instead, the required. It said
Okay,
hold
well,
on. Here, I'm going to read it. It said, for instance, the requirement for marriage license and the associated fee evolved gradually across different states over time. By the 1900s, 18 out of 45 U.S. states required licenses.
what year though?
Did you just hear what I just said?
No,
1900. 18 of the 45 states in the United
them
States.
champs.
Yeah, it'll end up like that if you don't stop. But no, that's what they're saying. So by the 1900s,
so,
18
so what
of
were we doing before that? Jumping the broom.
yeah.
I
Well,
was jumping the broom.
Yeah.
So
But
America
then you gotta think. You
added
also
that
have to
shit.
think about it though too. Slaves didn't have money. I know you hate me saying this, but it's the truth.
I don't like that.
But it's the truth.
Our next subject is about slaves.
But at the end of the day, marriage for me is one of those things where you honestly have to sit here and say it's not a transactional thing. You're looking at it as a business transaction.
But I do think business. I think marriage is
now
a
in
business
these now in these other countries that's not the US.
I think U.S. is the biggest.
No, it's
load
not.
on that.
No, it's not. You got to think about it. You got people. You marry my daughter, you get a dowry. You basically get money from me to marry my daughter. That's a business contract.
Hey,
That's different. That's in them other countries, in Dubai and Africa and all that. They give dowries to the guys who marry their daughters.
they did it. Stop. They did it.
To stop polygamy.
Okay, here we go. Stop going away. People would leave and start another marriage without ending the last one. Now,
That's valid. That's valid. That's valid. No matter how you look at it, that's valid. Because you do have a lot of people. I mean, and even in this day, you still have people who are.
Neo.
Huh?
Neo.
He's not married to none of them women.
I know he ain't, but let him tell it. He married to all four of them.
They had civil unions, which is different.
Man, fuck all that. He can't do that shit.
You can have a civil union because
Okay.
because
And the moment you attempt to marry two of them, you're going to jail. And they sit in line and wait for that motherfucker to marry one of them, and then say he married the next one. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
You're going to
a
jail.
civil union is almost the same thing as marriage, but it's not binding like a marriage license.
So that ain't no marriage.
Technically, it is.
A civil union ain't no marriage.
It's recognized in certain states.
That ain't no marriage.
It's not recognized here in Georgia, but it's
Okay, so that ain't no marriage.
to you because it's not in the state of Georgia.
That ain't no
so
marriage.
You can't do that.
Okay, you gotta pay for a license for that.
Yeah,
That ain't no marriage.
you got to pay for it. Yes,
A civil union ain't no marriage.
I'm not saying it's a marriage.
That ain't no
but
marriage.
It's a form of a commitment service
Commitment to what?
to each other. Remember the show we talked about where we?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And
but
that's exactly what.
And I told you, ain't none of the motherfuckers married, because the moment they say, "Yeah, I married all of your ass going to jail," and they can't wait to throw your ass in jail. They don't like that. They don't like that because I can't capitalize it. Nigga, you don't live.
Everything ain't money.
You-
You can't put
Everything
you
is
can't
money.
put money on
That's
that.
why America did this bullshit. That's why like my mother-in-law said. That's why they capitalized on that shit. Cause hey, if you getting married, nigga, you gonna pay me to be married in this bitch. I ain't gonna let you get away with that. Mind you, again, you just read it. It started in the 1900s. Everything before that, these niggas were jumping the broom.
Well, no,
it didn't have to pay
it
nothing.
actually said by 1900 there were 18 states, so it could have been
So
states.
I wonder what the 18 states, because I know this one ain't one of them.
I think it was.
I don't think so.
Georgia was one of the original 13 colonies. You don't think so? You don't think they were one of the first?
I think
ones?
they turned that shit down.
I don't think so.
I think they turned that shit down. Remember jumping that broom? Man, what's easy? I don't even like niggas like that. Man, let them niggas appropriate. Because when we take their kids, that we going to make them pick cotton too. But speaking of cotton, damn, I hate slaves. I hate slaves.
That is not a slave movie.
That nigga was they were slaves in
They
there.
were not slaves.
Okay, so a little spoiler alert. If you guys ain't watched the movie, that's your goddamn problem. Listen.
Listen to what he finna tell you, because I'm finna correct him really quickly.
So, I went to go see Sinners.
Yeet, leave him alone, please.
I didn't want to talk about cotton. I know this shit crazy, but what I'm about to say, it's gonna rub y'all the wrong way, and I don't give a damn. If y'all didn't go see it, that's your problem.
Most of the people that I've dealt with,
and I hope you did if you're on it. Sinners is the greatest movie I don't see right now. Michael B. Jordan. I'm just gonna drop the B and call him Michael Jordan, cause he can't be stopped. Oh, he ain't seen a movie yet? That's your problem, because I told you. I ain't gonna spoil it too much for you.
I swear to God.
I ain't gonna spoil it too. Michael B. Jordan is the greatest actor of this era right now. Because after what I've seen, Michael B. Jordan is the greatest actor of this era right now. Who is that?
No, that's
Bot. Bot, stay out the fuck up out of it. Michael B. Jordan is the greatest actor of this era right now. Y'all name me another black actor that's doing the shit he's doing right now. I'll wait.
While y'all dealing with him,
I'll wait.
He thinks
Michael B. Jordan is the greatest actor of this era right now. That's exactly what I said, and I ain't going back on it. That's exactly what I said. I'm dropping the B and calling him Michael Jordan, because that motherfucker can't be stopped. Tell me a bad Michael B. Jordan movie. Oh, my bad. A Michael Jordan movie. I'll wait. Y'all go think about that.
Okay, Shador.
I'm just saying, I'll wait. We get to that too. But y'all can't tell me. You can't. Y'all name me a bad Michael B. Jordan movie.
Creed 3.
You a goddamn liar. All his creeds was for you. You can check the numbers on that one.
So, I'm going to say this.
Number one.
I'm going to say this. I like the fact that you think he's the best actor of this generation.
He is. Name somebody, please.
I'm just saying. You know how I stand.
Where the niggas at?
Because, again, though.
Where the niggas at?
Everything in that.
Okay, I'm not going to call him a nigga. I'm going to call him Michael Jordan. Tell me a bad Michael Jordan movie.
Fantastic Four.
Cap. He was good in that shit, too. That shit crazy.
I'm done with you.
He was good. Everybody else was bad. He played his role. His daddy was black in the movie. The sister was white. He did a good ass job, if you ask me. Everybody else did horrible acting. Come on, man.
No,
Michael
I'm
B.
sorry. No, I'm
Name
not
me a bad Michael. And that's not his movie, by the way. I didn't want to tell you.
How it's not? He's in it.
He wasn't the main character. That
It was
fucking
four
boulder and that white dude was
It was four of them.
Man.
And they called the Fantastic Four for a reason.
Well, they should have dropped the other three that's made it about him. He would have gave you a better movie.
Exactly. He's saying that he wasn't the main character. That's the problem.
Oh, no, he was the best in that shit. Everybody else was trash.
That movie was not good.
No, they weren't good. He did his part. I'm not going to say leave it up.
Stop dick riding.
I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth.
Right now,
Name me somebody better than Michael B. Jordan in this era right now. And don't say Jonathan Majors, because that white girl told you something different. That white girl told you I don't give a damn.
Well, see, the reason why I won't say any names.
There is no name.
There is a name.
Who?
I'm not going to say it.
Don't say Jonathan Mackey. You didn't even. Cap. Lie. Cap. Michael B. I'm dropping the B and calling him Michael Jordan.
I'm not finna sit here and say he is the greatest actor of this generation. I'm not finna say
Who's
that.
better than him?
There are other people out there besides.
Where they at?
The movies ain't dropped yet.
Okay, where they at?
So you're basing him being the greatest actor of this generation.
He is.
Why? Because
Have you seen all his movies?
Yes.
All of them.
Yes, I know about the Tom Clancy movie on Amazon Prime. I know about the other movies that he's done. So no, I'm
No,
not
hype
gonna
that
say
nigga up. Don't
I
talk
can't.
down on that nigga.
But it's the same thing.
Don't
But you're not doing the same thing for a man that done put 30 years in the business
Who?
or more.
Who?
See, this is why I'm saying
I'm telling you,
you're biased.
I'm not
again.
biased. Tell me another black actor. I'm not even gonna use black, cause black hard. I don't want to tear down my black brothers.
Because that's what you just did.
No, but
By sitting here saying what you said, you just did.
But he's the only one who producing. That Michael Jordan is producing.
There's only been 2 black movies out this year.
So what? Oh, to your standards.
No, not to my standards.
To your standards.
No, to what we looked up earlier.
What I looked up earlier. There's only one nigga doing it right now.
There's only been 2 black movies this year.
And I don't even know about the second one.
It's already been out, though. It's been out. And I ain't watched it yet, but...
I can't even tell you who she is. I don't even know who she is in that black dress. I don't understand. The woman in the black yard.
We looked up, we asked Google earlier today, how many black movies are coming out this year. And they said only 2, which both of them are already out now. Woman in the Yard and...
Michael B. Jordan and Sinners.
And Sinners, that's it. They didn't take into account Just One of Them Days with Keke Palmer, which is a nigga. Pardon my part, I can't say that.
Fuck it, it's a nigga movie.
Can't say those.
I can't say nigga.
No.
Cool. Okay.
You can't.
A black folk movie.
Yeah, you can say that.
It's better when you say nigga.
You can't.
Why?
I'm not trying to get my shit shut down.
They say nigga too.
No, they don't.
The nigga in the movie said it's okay to say it.
No, it's not.
That's not what he said.
You can't say that here.
Well, the guy from Sinners said it's okay.
You can't say it on live stream. You can't say that word.
Why? The guy from Sinners said it's okay. He said, say it with me. We can say it together. It's just a word. Come on, say it.
No, listen to what I'm saying. So, you know who live stream this is, right? On TikTok, right?
Say it with me.
No, I won't. No. Because when my shit get banned...
We on my shit
no,
there.
No, we're not.
We moving over.
I'm sorry, no. Because I need mine.
Well, they said nigga through Sinners.
You know what?
They said that like 500 times in that movie.
You know what?
We didn't say shit about the slave.
You still
they were
you still not
hearing that
movie.
movie.
You still not listening.
Okay, I won't say black folk then. I'll say
still
Negro. Can I say Negro? Negro movie?
You can say
that shit crazy. That sound like one of their words. Oh, your boss said why not?
I just told them why you can't say it.
Man, them people don't care.
Yes, they do.
TikTok.
Have you seen people's lives get shut down for inappropriate content?
Guess what?
I have.
Well, did they shut us down yet? No, we in here. And I done said nigga like 15 times in each episode.
Okay, all it takes is one person to report it.
They ain't snitching on us.
Why not?
Because we real. you don't snitch on real folk.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
But I was saying,
come out there in TV world. You'll tell on us? You gonna tell on us?
I was just in a live stream last night with some people.
Well, they fake. Don't worry about them.
And I'm not saying it got shut down, but we literally, the first thing we said when we got on was watch your language because you don't know who's a TikTok bot, who's not, and what.
Well, if you got a problem with us, go ahead and email me. We'll tell you what's going on. You don't like it. But back to the greatest. Now, Sinners to me was great. Now, here's the issue I'm having with the people who saying, I said it to you earlier. Oh no, Sinners is demonic. Oh no, don't watch this movie. It's demonic. You letting things in your home. You don't want to. It's evil. Oh yeah, you don't watch it. Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch The Conjuring?
Yeah.
The Nun.
Mm-hmm.
Child's Play.
All of them.
That was demonic.
But again, though, that comes down.
That was demonic.
That comes down to a person's religious.
Say it because he was black.
Huh?
Say it because he was black.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's the reason why.
No, it's not.
That's the reason why.
It's not that.
I seen a lady. The lady I sent you.
I know.
You didn't say that about.
We don't know if she said it or not.
I went back and looked at her videos, all of them. You didn't say that about the white folk movies. You didn't say that about them. You didn't say, oh no, it's a gateway to hell. Don't do it. You didn't say that about them.
So she has other reviews about
Yes.
other movies on there?
Yes, you didn't say that about them. You didn't say put a caution warning on them. Paranormal Activity. You didn't say nothing about them. But it's so now which I think they represented black folk pretty well to me.
Uh,
I think they represented black folk pretty well to me in this movie. Yeah, I mean, you picking cotton and I mean, you really
you really had a problem with them picking
I had
cotton
a problem with the cotton. I don't know. I had a problem with the cotton. That's the only thing I did. The cotton was crazy.
Why? It's 1932.
I know.
What's going on, Coleman?
Hey, man, I had a problem with the cotton.
How?
I had a problem with the cotton.
How did you have of all things in that movie?
I ain't seen that one slave master out there. They were just picking it on their own. I get the time. That shit fucked me up. Just a little bit.
I don't understand how though.
It did a little bit. The cotton.
How?
I said it fucked
It's
me
part.
up.
It's part of. I hate this.
I get it. It just
I hate to
so
say
some
it's
can't
part of
fuck me up.
I hate
Some
to say
can't
it's part
fuck me up.
I hate to say it's part of our heritage, but it is, and at the same time,
And they were happy about picking that
embrace
cotton, too.
because you
They
have
were
to,
happy than a
you
motherfucker
have
in
to
that
embrace
movie.
it because guess what? And I hate this.
I
It
just
might
said
sound
like
like
it.
it might seem like I'm agreeing with the slavery part, and I'm not. But what
But
I'm
you didn't tell there was slavery in that movie, though.
I wasn't supposed to tell you anything about the movie. That's why I told you to watch the damn movie.
No, I mean, you couldn't tell that there was slavery in the movie.
No, because
they were picking it on their own.
But also, you have to remember during that time period.
What was that, Jim Crow?
Yeah, 1932. That's before Jim Crow. Jim Crow was early.
No.
Jim Crow was early.
That's when they
60s.
got their freedom.
No, they got their freedom way before then. Emancipation
32?
Proclamation was way before then.
No, in that movie,
In 1932, you still had people working on farms doing that because that's how they lived.
yeah, and they were still picking. I didn't like it.
But I mean, you were picking because you're trying to be free and do whatever you need to
Yeah,
do.
buy your foot. But I didn't like
Why?
it. It just fucked me up.
So
Just a little bit.
I
And then the
just-
story in the car.
I mean, here's the thing about Sinners that a lot of people don't
I loved
really
it.
understand.
I loved it.
People missed on a lot of points about this movie.
The great.
You know, the two brothers, you know, how they were interacting.
Oh, yeah, that was,
I hate to talk about the YT girl who was just sent by the devil, because that's exactly what she was. You can't say she wasn't.
What's a YT?
You know,
I don't know what that
white person.
is. YT?
Yeah. YT.
I'm not getting it. Why?
You'll understand it.
Young Tender? That's what that sounds like. Why?
No.
I don't get
Say it together. YT.
Oh, why?
Oh, you know how that go. You know I always got something. You know I always got a shirt in the bag somewhere.
Damn.
Wait till you see the rest of them I got coming out with.
Damn.
But
How did you put it like that?
my problem with her was she was the reason that everything went south.
No, the fuck it wasn't.
She was the start of it.
No, she was not. No, she was not.
So you saying Stacks would have never got bit? Stacks would have never got bit if she hadn't went outside.
Hell no, he was just money hungry. That's
Yeek
all.
said the thing about Sinners that black people can't win. Asians rat us out, white girls were white us out. You're right. They did.
Well, she's the reason why that shit happened in the first motherfucking place.
No.
Yes, she was.
I know she told them to come in. I'm not talking about that part. But you know who got two brothers going up against each other. Let's be clear.
That shit was great.
Am I right or wrong?
That shit was great. I don't care what nobody say.
And I'm not saying it's a bad movie. What I'm saying is
Great movie.
It is a
Number
great movie.
one.
It is a great movie, but again,
And it
though,
is.
she was the start of everything for me.
Don't say the white
She
woman
was.
the devil.
How you gonna sit here and say?
The white woman ain't
And I
always the devil.
quote, and I'm going to say this with all due respect
I love
to
that
these
quote.
characters. She literally was in there in a juke joint, no doubt. 1932.
She was fucking the brother.
Hold on.
Don't do
One
that.
of the brothers. At the start,
I said the
no,
brother. She was fucking the brother.
at one point in time, yes. Then she goes up to the other brother and says, "What? You can rob banks and do this, but you can't steal this pussy."
Mind your business.
No, I'm just saying. Temptation is exactly what I said it
Hey,
is.
sometimes you gotta get it.
Oh yeah, he got it. He got what he deserved.
Now he's saying he deserved to die. That shit crazy. That nigga was in love.
What you say? You a fold though? But you see what I'm saying though,
I'm
right?
folding like paper.
But again though,
That shit crazy.
she was the star because, like you said, she went out, came back in.
But that wasn't his fault. That wasn't her fault.
He fell through for temptation. Yes
To
or no?
who?
From her.
She wasn't supposed to go out there in the first
No,
place.
but she wasn't supposed to sleep with him neither. For little Sammy to walk in and see them.
Hey, she was already possessed. She was already possessed. We need to stop that cap right now. She was already possessed. Because in the beginning, that nigga wasn't going to do it.
He shouldn't have. Yeah, but
He
again,
wasn't going to
though.
do it, but that money would call it. They call him Stacks. What you thought he was going to do? What did you think he was going to do? Hell yeah, go get to them white folk, get that money. See what they talking about.
But
That was
hey,
Stacks' fault.
Again, though.
That was
no,
Stacks'
that was
fault.
her. Yeah, it's Stacks' fault and her fault.
Because
But
it's not her fault. It was his idea.
It was his idea to go get the. I'm not saying
It was his idea.
I'm saying though, still, he shouldn't. If he hadn't gave in to thinking with the other man downstairs.
No, he did not. He didn't. He wasn't gonna mess with her.
So, but yet and still,
he said, "Go see what that money about."
It was her idea to get the money. He was hesitant about her going.
And then he went with it anyway, right?
Again, though,
At any given time, he could have said no.
But yet and still,
He said, "Nah, don't worry about it."
You know, I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the fact of temptation of her and him in downstairs.
That has nothing to. What? She was possessed. She was already.
He still
gone.
didn't have to.
Man, come on, vampires. You know that.
Exactly, Yeet. That's what I'm trying to get him to understand. He fell for the temptation.
He did not fall for it. Come on now.
How did he not fall for it?
She was a vampire.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Oh, you know they tell me.
No.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
No.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Don't use that. You can't use that.
Yes.
No.
One of their powers is to come on.
No.
Don't you want to?
No. No.
She was possessed. She was gonna get it anyway.
But he didn't know that. He didn't know she was possessed. So it's still
That's
the same.
one of the powers to get you in. Come on. Vampire in Brooklyn. That's all I'm gonna say. Vampire in Brooklyn. What happened in Vampire in Brooklyn?
You still.
He didn't coerce that girl. Fright Night with the mom. I'm just saying. Vampires had that power. Throwing that out there.
So you really think she used some voodoo on him?
Yes.
It didn't show it.
Yes.
All it showed was them in the back room doing the deed.
Well, you didn't see that? Man, I just kissed you out of the blue. And you just fell for hey, it's vampires. That's what they do.
Temptation.
He wasn't going to do it from the jump.
Temptation. Again, temptation.
She tricked him. Vampires' powers, I'm telling you. But I will say this. For people who said, I don't want to go see this movie, I'm letting the devil in. Man, I'm sorry. Y'all missing out on probably one of the greatest movies ever to be given out. I'm calling it right now. Oscar. They cheated him before on the other one.
It's too
Oscar.
early. It's too early.
No, you can't. It's a difference.
It's too early to even mention Oscar.
No, it's not. It's a difference. His other movies couldn't give you that. His other movies couldn't give you that. They cheated him. Mind you, they didn't give him Black Panther. They didn't give him Black Panther, and he should have got it. Black Panther should have got an Oscar for that shit. Best movie. They told you that shit was number one. It was number one.
But here's the thing. What comes up. But
and
here's the thing, though.
And oversucceeded.
But again, though, it's not. It's not based on ticket sales and box office sales.
It's based on skin. I know.
No, it's not based on skin. It's based on it's based on who in that room doing these voting. It could be anybody.
Okay. Based on skin.
Everything is not a conspiracy
You're right.
theory.
Okay, I tell you what. Denzel Washington, what Oscar he got?
He got best actor for playing a dirty cop. And supporting actor for playing a man that cried.
I'm gonna put it like this. They gave him an award for acting like a coon, a nigga. He wanted to act black. They gave it to him.
See, you said it right. You are 100% correct. Hollywood is never going to give give a look at Black Panther as a serious movie.
But it was.
It wasn't. It's
Number
a superhero movie. That's it.
Okay, Denzel Washington. Samuel Jackson. Why Samuel Jackson don't got one?
Because look at the movies that he's played in.
So we gonna shit on Samuel L. Jackson.
He deserve an Oscar. I'm not gonna say he don't.
Okay. Morgan Freeman. What happened?
Take the sound
Got it.
out. And you just muted
How you do that? Is it muted again?
it. Yes.
I didn't do that. Don't blame me for that. It's because I'm fucking black. I'm muted. Is it muted? Oh no. How long has it went out?
It just went out, clearly.
Mute, unmute. Mute.
It's unmuted.
So we good now? Oh, technical difficulties.
Ladies and gentlemen, give us 1 second. Oh, it's muted. For some reason, it's muted on TikTok. Hold on. Black people.
Give us a minute. We have a technical difficulties.
See, that's there. So, but as I was saying.
Did it go back? Hold on, give us a minute. We being cheated.
I told you.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. The sound just died on whatchamacallit. It literally just died. Wow, that's interesting.
Maybe if you go in and go out. Oh, sound's gone. Okay.
Yeah, he said the sound's gone.
Hold on, y'all. We having a little technical difficulties.
That's crazy.
Maybe we go in and go out.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna restart it right quick.
We're gonna come right back. We.
But as I was
Wait,
saying,
they can't even hear
they
you.
can hear. They can still hear us on Twitch. But
Oh, that's Twitch.
yeah. So, but at the same
But he
time,
said I can't hear.
he said I can still hear.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, when we look at it from that standpoint, you know,
Is it on? On Twitch?
yeah, it's
I
on
mean-
Twitch. But we can hear from at the end of the day. I'm gonna go back to it. Give me a minute.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I think with the way Sinners is played, and you talking about Oscars and people who deserve one, yes,
So Michael B. don't deserve it?
I'm not saying he don't.
He played two roles.
Okay.
Okay.
Morgan Freeman played God in the movie, and he didn't get one.
But that was a serious role?
Does it? But again, though, does it have to
Was
be
that
serious?
yeah, hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah. They give it to you everything else. They gave it to you for everything else. Come on, man. Stop that. Give that man an Oscar. He deserves it.
It's too early for Oscar stuff, though.
It ain't never too
It
early.
is. But they're not going to take that movie serious, though.
What you mean?
They're not.
It's too hard to overlook.
You can overlook it all day long, but they're not
still
going to
rising.
take it. They're not going to take it serious.
The numbers are still rising.
They are not going to take it serious.
The numbers are still rising.
They're not going to take it serious.
The numbers are still rising.
I understand where you're coming from.
It's number 1 5 times.
But again, though, just because
That
the
shit
movie's
crazy.
number 1 does not mean
5
it's Oscar
times.
worthy. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
So you don't think Sinners is Oscar worthy?
I didn't say it wasn't.
Do you think it's Oscar worthy?
I mean, it could be.
It could be. You're a traitor.
How am I a traitor?
You're a traitor. That ain't right.
How am
That
I a
ain't
traitor?
right. That ain't right.
How am I a traitor?
That ain't right. Give that boy an Oscar. He deserve it. He deserve it. He earned that. He earned it in this one. Care what nobody say. He gonna make me tear up a little bit too.
Why? Because you feel like he
Oh, he played that role.
I can't say any
No, I
different.
didn't understand the breastfeeding part. I was kind of confused.
At the end,
Yeah, just a little bit. I didn't get the breastfeeding part. You didn't,
I think that was more
you
along.
didn't have to show. Whatever. Whatever. It's in the movie.
I think that was more at the end of the movie, showing that
Yeah,
the
he
child
got
was
the-
born and like she
yeah.
told him no more smoke and the child.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever. I mean, it's whatever.
What's wrong with breastfeeding? You
No.
don't like titties?
I'm a married man.
Oh, now you're a married man.
I'm
Okay,
just saying.
whatever.
It was confusing to me. I didn't get the whole
I don't know.
breastfeeding part. I mean, I get it I get what you're saying, but I didn't get it. I didn't understand it.
You didn't understand it?
I mean, I didn't get it. What was the point?
Hmm.
For me, yeah, I didn't get it. You know, titties out, and I didn't understand that. But for at least a man who has their titties out, I need to pick your brain. We back on?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
Is our sound off for this video?
No, we still good. We are still good.
Did they cancel us?
See, you fuck around and find out.
You don't know that for sure. They would have gave you a thing if they did, huh?
Now you would have seen it come up probably. There it goes.
What? The sound?
Mm-hmm.
We back, baby! They tried to cancel us. They couldn't do it.
Something happened. I don't know what happened, but it's back now.
Well, y'all come back.
Y'all come back and see us. We had some difficulties,
Yeah,
but we back.
They tried to cheat us. They wanted to cancel us.
Now they want to cancel your ass.
Well, you can't cancel me. I'm an anomaly, boy. But speaking of titties and
I'm listening.
and hitting folk and choking folk and recording folk.
I knew this was coming.
Shannon Sharp. I know my boy didn't want me to do it, but I have to. He's a goner.
I don't think so.
They got him.
Well, they thought they had him last time with Michael, but
We got him.
they thought they had him last time with Michael, but he got out of that one.
Who?
Shannon Sharp. They thought they got him with Michael.
Michael? You
Yeah.
mean Michelle?
No, Michael.
Don't say that was a man.
Man, look here. Until you show me
That
otherwise,
wasn't no man.
That's a dude.
That wasn't no man.
That's a dude. You
Stop.
listen.
You just don't like Shannon Sharp. And I don't know what your issue is with Shannon Sharp. You need to stop fucking hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just.
I tell you what.
It is.
What is your problem with Shannon Sharp?
I don't have. Why do you think I have a problem with Shannon Sharp?
You don't. Lakers and 5 was great.
Now that is damn sure not happening.
Now, I'm gonna say
that
this.
shit's not happening anyway.
I'm gonna say this. If Lakers come back from this,
You down 3-1, but it ain't. No, you said 5.
well, it gonna be set. If they come back from this, but chances are, I don't think.
I don't think Ant-Man gonna let that happen. I don't think he's letting that happen. What's up, Will? Welcome, my brother.
Hey, nah, Lakers in 5. No.
Lakers are not in 5. That's dead.
I mean,
That's dead.
the chances of them coming back.
That shit is
Have you been
dead.
watching the series?
I've been paying attention.
Okay, so now that we're here,
Oh yeah, the gang's all here. We're only missing one person, but we can't get him.
yeah, they through. I don't.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Unless LeBron James can pull out something out his ass and save this team.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Now, good news. My team, you're gonna.
Hey, I'm gonna give credit where credit due.
Hey, they want to call us cheaters. They want to say bad calls.
Yeah, man.
They want to call us cheaters. We cheated. It was a foul. Hey, I'm gonna say this. You know whose problem that is?
Who?
Yours. Hey, because unlike Shannon Sharp, I can say this. Knicks in 5.
Shannon, but look,
Knicks in 5.
look. I'm gonna say this.
Knicks in 5.
I can say this.
It's over with.
With the way things are going with Shannon.
Knicks in 5.
Shannon's finna give up. He's gonna give up. I don't know how much money he's gonna give up. He's gonna give up something, but I don't think it's gonna be the $10 million number neither. Because
He'll probably get $2 million.
She's gonna get something just to go away, but it's not gonna be what
Get
she
$2
wanted
million.
because of the fact there's evidence and proof of what.
See, we want to get into it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
She want to sit here and say she has no part in it. I know what Will's saying. I see what he's saying.
Here's the thing. I want to address that. Here's the thing. Too bad. Knicks in 5. Wait a minute. Excuse me. I said that. I told you that before, right?
I gotta go look and see. That's the only way I'm gonna let you have that one. I
said
gotta look
that.
at
I
it.
said Knicks in 5. See, for people who don't know, I'm from New York, so I'm always a Knicks fan to the day I go. If you guys have seen this video, I want you to look at me. I want you to look at me good, cause I understand now. I get how Shannon Sharp was talking to. Will all y'all
This man here.
No, because it's a foul. It's a foul, right? But guess what? It don't matter. It don't matter.
But Ant-Man said the same thing, though, too, when I can't remember what play it was when they was playing, and LeBron got fouled, right? And he's sitting there yelling at the ref, talking about, that's a foul, that's a foul. And you heard what Ant said, right?
Oh,
you
wow.
heard what he said, though,
Yeah.
right? He said, that been me, y'all would have called a tech on me for arguing with the ref.
Yeah, get him up. I'm sorry.
But you didn't do that to him, though.
Hey, well, you ain't the greatest player on the in the
You
planet,
about to be
right?
going to Cancun for the summer in a minute.
Hey, you ain't the best player on the planet, is you?
You gonna be in Cancun.
You can do that if you're the best player.
Listen, you about to be in Cancun next week.
Hey,
Actually, no, tomorrow.
Nah.
If you lose tomorrow, you in Cancun.
lose tomorrow.
It's 3-1, brother.
Lose tomorrow. 3-1. Now who's done it? Who's came back? Oh no, that was LeBron James who did that, didn't he?
That was with Cleveland, though. That's a different thing.
He did come back.
That was in Cleveland.
Damn.
That was in
Now-
Cleveland. That was a long time ago.
If
This
he-
ain't the same LeBron. We know this. This is not the same LeBron.
Well, who's on here on the chat? You said Will
Yeet, infamous.
Yeet, infamous. Here's my thing. I hope you can see me. I don't give a fuck about Boston. I don't give a fuck about Cleveland, Indiana. I don't care who it.
Okay.
I feel good.
Yeah,
Cause-
he drinking the juice up there. That's what that is.
We won. We
Okay.
got one more game.
Wouldn't it be? You would feel some type of way if somehow they came back and won.
I'm fighting everybody on the team.
So, but back to Shannon. I let you get your little NBA rant in because you needed to do that. It's been 2 weeks since you said something about it, so I let you have that moment.
Knicks in 5.
But back to Shannon.
Ah,
Monique was not wrong. Monique was not wrong. She said, "Listen to Auntie, because I'm trying to tell you something."
well,
And she was not wrong.
yes.
She told him you do not need no 19-year-old, no 26-year-old.
But that's not your business.
Hey, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's certain things in the black community that we need to hold dear and true to.
But that's not your business.
It might not be your
How
business.
can you tell somebody
But
who not to like?
again, though, it's been predicted.
Hey.
She predicted this shit 2 years ago.
Hold on. Okay, did anybody predict? I'm not even going that far. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Who are you to tell me what to do? Now, mind you.
She wasn't telling him what to do.
Yes, she did.
She was giving him advice.
No, I'm telling you. She said it. I'm telling you. Don't be with. You need to get your. I'm sorry. Why?
Need to get you an older black woman that's there.
Why?
Hey, I can't blame her for saying how she feel.
Why?
That's how she feels. She saw it coming.
But that's his business.
It is his business. She was just trying to protect him.
Hey,
I'm sorry. I agree
How
with
can
her.
you protect a grown man?
Easy. She tried. She's like, hey, I don't think you should do this. That was it.
Why? Okay. Anybody tell R. Kelly not to do it?
I'm pretty sure somebody did. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. The problem in this world right now that we have is that everybody is surrounded by yes people.
That's not a yes thing.
No, let me finish.
If that's my own personal business.
You're missing my point when I say a yes person. What I mean by a yes person is you have your crew and everything you do is, yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Sometimes you need a person to tell you, no, Nick, I'm sorry, no, you wrong for what you're doing. You have to.
For dating and falling in love?
He wasn't in love with that girl.
You don't know your business. You don't know that.
Based on what she said.
AI.
Oh, I can't stand your big self. Right?
Hey, AI.
But again, you still need a no person in your life to tell you, no, man, that's wrong. You don't need to be doing it.
That's his business.
But
though.
no, that's what's wrong now. That's why half the
No,
people.
what's wrong is that people don't mind their damn
No,
business.
if I'm your friend, right? And I see you going down the wrong path. You got all these people telling you, yeah, go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that.
So falling in love is a bad thing? I'm asking.
He didn't fall in love with the girl.
He was
didn't.
in it.
That don't mean he was in love.
Audio says different.
He didn't say he was in love.
Audio says different.
Who said he was in love? Did he say it?
Hey, audio says
Did
different.
he say it?
When I'm spitting in your mouth and cutting you with the boots and choking you out with bells, hey, that might be love.
That is not love.
Hey, to her? How long? And they were together for a while.
2 years.
Hey, love.
That's not love. You can be with somebody for 2 years. It's just convenience.
Love. You all right?
My point that I'm making, back to the yes person, no person, is you need a person in your life to tell you no, that's not right.
No, is it okay to date women that's
30 years younger than you?
No, it's not. It's weird.
So somebody should have told him.
It's weird.
Somebody should have told him no.
But here's the thing: you can't tell a grown ass man what.
No,
not to
I
do.
understand that, and I'm not saying that you can't.
That's his fault.
But what I am saying, at the end of the day,
what if someone did tell him and he said that's what I do in my personal business?
and then that's fine. That's a whole different ballgame. So you accept the consequences of whatever happens. You accept those consequences. There's nothing you can or can't do with that. But if I'm sitting here and I'm your friend, I should not want to see you fall, especially if I see it coming. Monique and him are friends.
Ain't nobody saw that coming.
She said it.
Ain't nobody saw him falling.
She literally
that relationship was years ago.
Nick, we're not talking about that game. Okay?
What?
We're not talking about Claire.
What?
We're not talking about Expedition 33. I understand. I'm playing too. I can't go into detail about it because I don't want to sit here and spoil it for other people.
Like me?
And the problem is, I know you just saying that's everything, and I know you're not a glazer like some of the other ones out there, so I know your opinion. I know, Will, we love it. I get it.
I haven't played.
I know you haven't played it because you haven't bought it.
I'm waiting for you to buy it.
I have it on PC.
Oh, you a fuck, nigga.
Nigga, that's why I got Game Pass. Fuck you. Okay? I told you that.
Oh, don't worry. I got a PC.
Then go buy Game Pass. And then you can play it.
I got a PC.
I mean, I'll talk. Look, stop it. I know. Now, you didn't deter the convo. I've been trying to keep it under wraps for a while. But I wanna talk about it in a way where I don't feel like, it's...
I'm going to buy the game. I just moved.
Everybody keep telling me to do it. Look.
I just moved.
Let me finish this and we will get right into this.
I just moved.
Here's the thing. I'm not talking. I know you just moved. We're not.
I just moved. How can I buy? I'm broke.
What you tell them next week? No, well, see, everybody that's in the chat, all of us already have it and are playing it.
I don't have
so that's the other issue behind it.
I don't have the game. I have the PC. I haven't.
What you say? He got the spare money.
I got
spend it recklessly. Oh wow!
I got the money. It's just he has to hook up my PC.
It's on PlayStation.
He has to hook up my PC.
Why? So no, because everything that I've got on Game Pass, I've turned around and bought.
I'm not doing it. I'm doing this one time and one time only.
Support the company. That gives you what you want.
I got the PC. Y'all, I got a PC. I promise you I do. I have not hooked it up yet. He has to put Windows 11 on it?
You should have Windows 11 already, unless it's 10. But they're phasing out 10, so we'll figure it out later.
He told me that's the only thing. He has to put a Windows 11 on it, and we in the game.
I know you can get that. I ain't worried about that. I'm planning on doing that anyway. I'll talk to you about that later. But support the games that you get. Here's the thing, and I understand it now, Will and everybody else. Yes, Game Pass does give you free games. I'm not going to lie. They give you pretty much new shit that come out. But...
I could play Tekken.
I don't let them play Tekken.
No, I could play Tekken for free on there.
If it's on Game Pass, I'm not sure if it is or not. But I don't know if Tekken's on Game Pass or not.
I've never played Tekken on PC before.
But
is it like a controller?
You can hook up a controller to
my PlayStation 5 controller?
Technically, yeah.
So I have the same skill that I have.
I don't know. It depends on a few things as far as.
Because I don't think I could do that with a keyboard. Well,
no, there's people that play with mouse. I've seen somebody play with a keyboard and play Tekken, and I felt some type of way about it.
I haven't done it yet.
But yeah. Look, what you say? Don't be a brokey. I feel you.
I haven't done it yet.
What?
I haven't played. Well,
you haven't played any type of fighting game on a PC?
trying to see. Right, I don't. Damn. Damn. I don't think I have. I'm trying to. Damn. You think I'm gonna suck?
I think the competition's different on PC than well, no, there's crossplay, so that's not really an issue.
But it's quicker though.
No,
No, I've noticed. Well, I play it. No, they're quicker. The PC players on that, because I played someone last night, and you know me, I count hitbox. No, it was like non-stop.
What's up, Ace? Damn, everybody's here tonight. What
It
the
was
fuck?
like non-stop combat. Like they kept, and I'm sitting there like, bro, what the fuck? I'm counting. I'm not crazy. I was like, but there's no motherfucking way. Bro, why? Because you know me, I count the hitboxes and
You use your frame data and all of that, yeah.
I use a frame data. That's what the fuck it's for. I'm gonna use it, but for some odd reason, I couldn't do it.
Oh, Ace done finally got the PC. That's what's up.
Man,
That's what's up.
Man,
Ace.
I got a PC too.
But since this conversation has dramatically switched from him to
Are we gonna ask, am I ready for a PC?
No, that's the question. Are you ready to enter the world where you actually understand that PC will be? I hate to say, will PC? No, he's talking to Ace. I think he's talking to Ace. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a PC. I just got my cousin bought it for me. I just got one.
You got to send me the specs so I can look at it.
Well, you got to look at it because, like I said, man, I just got a fucking PC. I don't know shit.
You're about to learn the hard way.
I don't know shit. And
but here's the cool thing.
I got
your world is finna open up tremendously. I promise you this.
Now, do I only use it for games?
No, you can use your PC. I use my PC for everything.
I just want to play the games.
Bruh, you're gonna find other reasons to use your PC.
I gotta play Killer Instinct on this. Because I'm not gonna play Xbox. Well,
you are, because Game Pass is even though it's on PC, it's still Xbox.
I thought about getting one.
What, Xbox? You get Game Pass.
I have it. I'm ready. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited.
Oh, so Nick, you finally finished the new PC? See, everybody is like...
You're making me feel like shit. I just told you. I just got the PC. I just got it. I'm trying my best. Give me a minute. The bitch not even hooked up yet. I don't even got a desk to put it on. I just moved a week ago. I'm going to be on there.
But PC gaming is completely different than console gaming. I promise you that, because there's so many different things you can do with games. You know how you seen all those mods, the other characters like in Tekken that you can't get, or they done customize. You know, Roman Reigns or these other people and
So
all
I
that
can
kind
make
of stuff.
a Sasuke.
You could make Sasuke without that.
Well, you know, I already did. But okay.
There's that, but then there's so many other things that you can do. Like, I'm going to get Doom on Game Pass and then turn around and buy the actual game.
Digital?
Huh? On PC, yes.
No, I said digital.
No.
On the PlayStation.
On the PC.
You just say you're going to turn around and buy it on the PlayStation.
I didn't say PlayStation. I said buy the game. There are certain games that's coming out on PlayStation that I'm going to have to buy on PlayStation because they are PlayStation exclusives. That Lost Soul aside, PlayStation exclusive.
On it.
Mm-hmm.
On it.
But
I don't know about the Doom.
Doom looks Doom. What Doom?
No,
what you mean you don't know?
I don't know. Motherfucker, I just got a PC. I don't know if I want to play it on there or play it on the goddamn.
You got to make life decisions, brother.
Because I've already told you, I'm not buying no game twice. I can't do it.
Yeah, I know. No. I have not switched sides. Let's be clear. I have not switched sides. Don't say that. I still play my PlayStation regularly.
This not against me.
What he says, but get it on PS5. I mean, you already know how this works, Will. That's a whole nother thing.
Nobody ever wants to play with me.
He said, this sounds disappointing to have to buy something on PS5. Oh, man. Who sounds so unenthusiastic? I'm loving this right now.
Nobody ever wants to play with me. I get no calls.
I mean, a plan and balance. I mean, it's not life decisions. It's just funny that you have a choice now
No one
on
ever,
what you want to do.
no one ever plays with me.
You know what? I told you
Never.
what your problem was a long time ago.
Well, I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Everybody else has the problem.
Huh? What do you mean? Never mind. Anyway,
I said what I said. I don't have the problem.
but
Everybody else has the
let's
problem.
get back to this since
You never,
we
you
want to
never
talk
play
about
with me.
uh
You never play.
Expedition 33
I ain't even played yet.
is probably will win. It will probably get some nomination at the Game Awards. I'm not sure for what, but this game has taken hold of true JRPG players because they appreciate it for what it is. It's a mixture of so many other different RPGs, different types of RPGs. You got part Final Fantasy, you got part Legend of Dragoon, you got part of Persona, not to mention it's turn-based. And then it's on top of that, the whole interactive combat system makes it what it is. I think that's the icing on the cake for it. You know, in most turn-based RPGs, it's click the button, they attack and this like that. Well, in this, if you've ever played Legend of Dragoon and you're fighting and you know they had a little bar and you got to hit it, you do that a lot in this game. But they even push, interactive turn-based. That's a good word. I like that. But it also comes down on the defensive side too, because you can actually do that while they're attacking as well. So if they come at you and swing, you can parry, you can dodge, or if it's certain things, you can actually jump and dodge it too, and counter at the same time.
So I gotta hook up this PC is what that sound
We
like.
call it what it is. I know, we know the work we put in it, you put in it. So I hope you can. Oh no, yeah, you do. You must. When you get further in the game, there are fights that if you don't get the timing down, you're dead.
So I gotta get a PC.
You are dead. You are absolutely right. I don't know how far you are into it, Nick. I just got Mayel last night, so I'm still probably in part of Act 1 somewhere. But it's a great game, and I'm only maybe 7 or 8 hours into it. But it's an 80-hour game, at least. Minimum 80-hour game.
80-hour games don't work good for me.
Yeah, that's why I said I know I'm not that far.
80-hour games don't work good for me.
That's your fault.
Cause you know me, I wind up God.
I know. Look, Will, I know we're not anywhere yet. I get it. I know what you've seen and what you've told me already that I'm about to get my ass kicked again. That's okay. I signed up for this. But I have to admit, for a team of 30 people, that's only how many people it took to make this game. Only 30 people made this game. That's it. And the fact that it is good and it's polished and how it looks, how it plays, the story is going to fuck you up from the beginning of the story. The first 20 minutes of the story is going to fuck you up to the point where now I have to play this shit. I feel like anytime that a game can suck you in with a story, I mean, a la South of Midnight, prime example, it sucked me in. No, it did. I can say suck because it sucked me in. It drew me in, okay?
Thank you.
Wow, God, you are such an ass.
No, I just don't like
Big
that.
Josh, what's happened over there?
Don't say nothing about sucking in. God
It
damn.
does. Games suck you in to a certain
Stop
point.
saying it like that. God damn.
I mean, you have to understand, and it's a lot of talk about all of the content that's out here now, right? It's a lot of content out here. My homeboy Josh said it himself. We've gotten to the point now where we don't have time to enjoy things. We don't, because if you look at what he said, and he put a video out. Shout out to Josh over there. At Josh
Thank you. My wife said stop saying fucking suck. It sucked me in. Damn.
I feel like that, and he's right about a lot of it, where we have a lot of the developers have a lot to do with why we have the content that we have. It's a play now, and
I'm just waiting for the
keep
Last
going.
of Us.
Last of Us what?
What 3?
There is no.
They're gonna do a third one.
You and your dreams.
Huh?
You dreaming.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to do a Last of Us 3.
Okay.
If they do a Last of Us Part 3, we might not be here to see it.
Crazy.
So,
Okay.
but I think part of the drought is that we're to a point now where it's so much content to be consumed that we don't have enough time to consume it.
It just depends.
How does it depend? You work a full-time job, right?
Depends.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
Okay.
You work a full-time job, right?
Okay. Let's go with the hours I've put on. Let's just say my wise woman, Assassin's Creed. Okay.
Right.
Got over 300 hours. Let's do Call of Duty. I got over 500 hours. Let's do Tekken. I got 380. I don't think the problem is the problem. It's what you put into it. You've seen my hours on these games. It's what you put into it. I don't think content is the issue. It's whatever you're willing to take in. Some people want to rush through something. Me, it's a mixture of both. Because my wife would tell you, she'd be mad at me. What's the point of getting a game and beating it? Because I told you, I have a problem with games that's supposed to be beat in 80 hours. Because you've seen it. I'll beat a game way before that. Like God of War.
That's not an 80-hour game, though.
Many of games I've beaten like that. I've while learning the story, while beating the story, like I did you one better. It didn't take me a long time to beat Grand Theft Auto story. It didn't. And that's me playing it from PlayStation 4, beating that, losing the data because remember my PlayStation crashed. Got a PlayStation 5, was about to do it again, but I was like, what's the point? It games for me, and my wife keeps telling me, stop buying shit that you're just gonna beat in 2-3 days. Because it just Warhammer.
I don't see.
Warhammer, I beat that. I told you when I beat that, and it took me what? 2 days? But see, me, I don't like playing on easy. I have a problem with that. I like playing on, difficulty of its highest. I just have a problem with that. I can't do that. So, nah, ain't no issue with content. It's just what you're willing to consume. To me. Because for me, I'll knock that shit out. Give me a day and a half. It's over with. And if I really enjoy it and I really got time, it's beat. Like, I'm surprised I didn't beat Assassin's Creed yet. Because I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. But other shit's on there too that I played. So, yeah. So I have a problem.
I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I'm letting you get it out.
I don't think I like the NFL.
Well, see, if you finna say them shitting on Shador the way they did, that ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got. You can say you don't like the NFL. Say the reason why you don't like the NFL.
Look at that.
Hmm?
Look at that.
I'm looking at these other games coming out because you made me want to check my time on Call of Duty. How many hours I don't put in?
Call of Duty, I got 380.
So.
What problem with the NFL?
What's your problem? What you say like you got everything bought? What's the problem with the NFL?
I'm trying to figure out.
What?
Because they argued about this. So Shakur Stevenson. Well.
Shador.
Oh, that's the other one, ain't it?
Shador and Shiloh is the other one. Shiloh is the other one.
So, Shador, I'm going to call that nigga Sharik. I don't know. I can't say it.
Shador. Shador. Say it with me now. Shador.
What's that saying, nigga? I can't. Should he have won 144?
No. He shouldn't have won 144, but he went 144 for a reason.
Now, you're not going to like my statement.
What?
I don't think he's good enough to be.
No, no. One thing I will not say, as much as I might not like him.
It's not the like.
No, I'm saying, as much as I may not like him and the way he talks, the boy is talented.
Here's my thing. And we talked about it. Remember, we talked about it. Who did he face?
Oh, talent-wise, I know.
Remember what I said.
He didn't face anybody.
Remember what I said.
Anytime he faced anybody,
it's somebody of his own caliber.
No, that was of a team that's better than him. They always lost, and then during those losses, you saw the real him. That's what I want to say. So he didn't. Now, here's the thing, though. There are other teams that.
So I'm confused.
Cam Ward and all these other ones, they played in tougher divisions than Shiloh. Than Shador.
You can't even say that.
Yeah, they did. The Pac-10 sucks.
No, you can't even say that because the other boy got picked.
Who?
The other Sanders boy.
No, but he doesn't. No, but he doesn't play offense. There's a difference between offense and defense plays.
Not the other one.
We're talking about Shiloh.
No, I'm talking.
Travis Hunter's different. He's not a quarterback.
They picked him. But they
He's
picked him.
He's not a quarterback, though.
They still picked him. And
What
he played in a worse. He ain't played nobody.
But again, though, he did something that a lot of people don't do. He played both sides of the ball.
I don't think you played nobody.
He played.
How can you be considered good or okay? Michael Jordan. Who did he face?
We know who he faced.
Did he face Patrick Ewing? He faced greats, right?
Mm-hmm.
He faced them, right? We go back to the same thing we've always had a discussion about. How can I tell you? I feel like I'm good. I feel like I'm good in taking correct.
My problem with what you're saying,
yes or
it's
no?
not about you feel like you're gonna.
And I've told you. Have I beaten everybody? Yeah, the people I've played around me and online, but have I faced the best? No. I haven't.
Take your ass to Evo.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't be considered the best if I ain't beat nobody. We're telling him he this, he that.
No, his dad was telling everybody.
No, and everybody was saying that. All them talking heads on that show said, "Oh yeah, he's this. He could do this."
And he could.
But let the Columbine tell him
he didn't do nothing in the combine. That's why he didn't perform at the combine. That's what I tried to tell somebody else.
Why?
It's a choice.
So
he did everything in his pro day. He did all those drills at the pro day at the school. So that's a different story.
Oh, should he have played in the combine?
No, combine is just different drills.
Should you have done?
Do I think he should? I think it needs to be where you can't opt out of the combine.
It would have been a better path for you to go there. If you performed.
No.
Come on.
Everybody
else did.
But the only reason I'm gonna say it wouldn't have been a better path because it only would have been a better path if he didn't make the comments he made.
And he showed up and competed. Not compete, but you showed up.
If he did the drills.
You showed up and do the fucking drill. Who are you to tell you're not going to do a fucking drill? Who are you to say?
That's the problem. That's one of the problems with the NFL that they have. You let these people dictate to you what they want to do.
I'm sorry, that shouldn't have happened.
No, it's not just him. It's happened. It's happened. This has been going on for years.
And again, I'm still blaming part of the daddy too, because the daddy should know better. You know better. You know how this works. You know how this works.
But you know how Deion is, though.
You know how this works.
But again,
for you to be a father, you know how this works.
So you heard what Deion told the media, right?
Crazy.
The new thing he told them. He was on some talk show, and he was like, "There are certain places that I want."
Tama?
I don't know whose show he was on, but he was on somebody's show, and he literally told them, like, who's going to really listen to my son is my son. Ain't nobody going to listen. he's gonna listen to me and do.
I'm gonna tell you where he gonna go. I'm gonna
And
dictate.
then he said, "What if your son don't listen to you?" You like, what you mean to not listen?
And again, you
Again,
fuck your boy out of opportunities. Who the hell, as a father? I mean, I'm sorry, as a father, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you telling people that? Oh, I'm gonna tell you where my son go. You gonna tell them white folk what you gonna do? This ain't your time period.
again, I keep trying. I told my brother that, and he swore I was wrong.
You're crazy. This ain't your
He
time
literally
period.
told me I was wrong for saying that.
But maybe now, maybe in your heyday,
Hey there, Invincible. How you doing?
maybe in your heyday, that shit would have worked. I'm not coming here. My son, not, oh, they would have been like, yeah, Deion said, yeah, but today, you're not doing that. Nigga, you know how this work. They're not gonna let you, you're not gonna tell them white folk what, in they sport, what they gonna do with your boy. Man, you might as well turn back around. It don't work like that.
Well, and that's,
It don't work like that.
here's the other problem with it though too. Everything they did.
Backwards.
No, they didn't do backwards.
Deion did.
Well, Deion should have stayed out of it if you wanted my honest opinion.
Yes, it's not your business. Those your boys. This is your boy's future. I don't give a damn if they went to hell. What's a horrible team?
I mean, it doesn't matter. No, Washington's not a horrible team. They
My
was,
bad.
they almost went to they almost went to the Super Bowl.
Okay, I could if he went to the Falcons.
That's not a horrible team neither. Don't fuck with me like that. I will kick you out my house.
My bad.
I will kick you straight the fuck out my house.
I said I apologize.
And you too. Don't you say it. Your Steelers suck too because y'all ain't got a quarterback right now. So I don't want to hear nothing from you.
I don't care if you went to the Falcons. I don't care if you went anywhere in the league.
If he would have went to the Falcons, that would have been okay. He's a Falcon any fucking way.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't have mattered. Who are you to dictate to the white folk what they gonna do with your boy? It don't work like that. If that's the case, you wanted your son to be on a team so goddamn bad.
Yeah, he talking about our Falcons like that. That's
I'm
what
not
he's
saying they suck. I'm just saying
That's what
if
he's
he
saying.
would have went there, it wouldn't have mattered. The list of since I want to do this, the list Deion Sanders was talking about, your team wasn't on it.
No, our team wasn't on that list.
The team that he wanted him to go, one of them team, one the Falcon, wasn't it? He didn't say, oh, he could be a Falcon, right?
No.
So here's the difference. Stop talking. Oh, no. I'm going to do this right now, Kobe, not that you say it. You wanted your son to be on a certain team? Go ahead and be a coach there, my boy.
But
Go ahead and be a coach.
The NFL is not finna make him a coach.
Hey, they were going to offer it to him.
No, they wasn't.
Yes, they was. They were going to offer it to him, and he turned them down. He said it.
I guarantee
he said
you
it.
right now,
He turned them down.
If the Cowboys came out and said, Deion, we want you to be the coach,
he would have
He's going.
No, they talked about it. They offered.
What team offered
Look
him
it
a
up.
job?
They offered him, and he turned it down. He said, no, it's hard to get them grown-ass men to follow what he want them to do. It's easier to get kids to do what I want to do because I can train them how I want them. That's why he went to college.
But that's every coach. That's every college coach will tell you that they don't want to coach a team.
Do you want your boy in there so damn bad? Go ahead and be a coach somewhere. And then get your boy. LeBron James did it.
No, he had other stuff.
But LeBron James did it. He got his boy on the team. No, I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. You can't dictate. They're disappointed.
He talking about the Falcons. We know this, Nick.
Oh, shit.
We know, and you're a Falcon fan. You know.
I ain't say nothing about that.
We know they're disappointing. We know what they do.
Stop doing that.
No, I'm just being honest. We do.
I have pride. I have pride in my team.
We have pride in our team, but at the same time, we know. We know what we get. These are the first few years.
Hey, I'm sorry. Knicks in 5. But yeah, you gotta have grit and determination about your team. Like how I do. Knicks in 5.
We're not even talking about that. We're talking about Deion and his son right now.
Okay. Buffalo Bills.
How is that? That's not a New York team. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Are you playing and fucking around? Stop doing that.
Just fuck you.
Stop fucking around.
He was linked to potential jobs,
I'm telling you.
but nobody formally offered
Man,
him
they
a job.
offered that nigga job because he set out his mouth. So now prime time a liar.
No, it literally says
It's prime
hold
time
on,
a liar.
Listen to what I'm saying. Has been linked. It's not saying he's
That's
a liar.
not what I'm saying.
It's saying there was. If they're saying that there's no potential offer for that, there's a difference. Being offered and being rumored to be offered are two different
that
things.
motherfucking prime time said they offered him and he turned it down.
I'm literally looking at it, reading it right now.
And I can show you the interview when he said it.
What'd you say? Fans always counting on next season.
So
they are. We are. We always talking about next season.
So prime time's a liar.
I'm not saying he's a liar.
Because he said it. He said they offered that.
I'm saying, based on what your favorite person named Google said, you trust Google more than I do. Yes or no?
Is prime time a liar?
Yes, because based on this, what it's saying.
Because what he said was different. Prime time said.
Oh, Nick, don't do that. Please don't do that to me right now. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Actually,
I know what it said.
Actually,
that's what I said.
Can I tell you a little insight that I have? So my boy Nate went to the draft.
The draft party?
In Atlanta? Yeah, he went. He said the moment Atlanta picked their team, everybody was gone.
Yeah, because they only had 2 picks.
It went from a lot of people to...
Because they only had 2 picks.
No, they were gone after the first pick.
I'm talking about after the first pick. Because they only had 1 major pick. And they moved up at the end that nobody know they was getting enough picks. Yeah, because it's over with.
He said they were gone. He said...
What you felt...
Okay, we go. He said he didn't want to coach a bunch of rich grown-ass men, and that's what he said.
Of course.
But he really don't matter because these college students are getting paid now. And they are. But to Dion's point, what did he say? What's more easier, me to coach a college kid that I could actually mold?
But that's why.
But
see, here's
or
the thing.
No grown ass man gonna listen to Deion Sanders.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm gonna say. Deion is not the only one who's ever said that. Every college coach.
They ain't prime time.
No, get Nick Saban.
Ain't prime time.
He's better than prime time. What the fuck you mean?
Don't ask prime time how he feel about
prime time. Him and you want me to tell you how
Nick Saban got us on?
Nick Saban has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 national college championships.
I'm just saying. He got a song?
What you mean?
Does he have a song?
He don't need a song.
Prime time have a song.
This man runs a whole fucking city.
Hey, and he has and prime time owns everything. He got a song.
Oh God.
Prime time.
You missing the point.
I'm just saying. Oh, what is Nick Saban? Black or white?
Nick Saban's white.
Oh, okay.
That has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
What college does prime time?
Colorado.
In Colorado.
Which is nothing. You know why? Because you want to know what school Nick Saban coached?
I'm just saying.
No, do you want to know what school Nick Saban coached?
I do you one better. Does prime time face Nick Saban?
No, and never will because he's too scared. Their conference is too scared.
I'm not. So
their conference is too scared.
So what are you saying?
Because it would be a murder.
So what are you saying?
It would be a massacre.
So that means that their team is not good enough to beat them?
Yes.
So that proves my point. So why did Shakur Stevenson get? Why was he picked? Why was Deion's son picked? He ain't. Your words.
He ain't faced nobody.
He ain't faced nobody.
I told you that. I said
so why was he picked?
Because
he can't give you nothing. Like you just said, if he was, did he face Nick Saban? No. I'm going by what you said.
No, he didn't face anybody. He
didn't face nobody. We just going with Nick Saban. Did he face him?
No, technically Nick Saban is retired. But again,
now watch this. If he could, you think he could beat a Nick Saban?
Hell no.
So why pick him?
I can't see one Pac-10 team ever beaten.
So why was he picked?
No
one can give me that answer.
He has the intangibles that you look for. He has all the things that a quarterback should have.
I'm going to tell you the same thing me and my boy Kobe talked about. The expectations of kids is out of this world. Kids now. Because these are kids. I don't give it. They are kids. So, you're expecting this kid, right? When you're playing on the team, let's use LeBron James' son.
You can't use him.
Yes, you can.
Why?
Because everybody expected him to do this.
I didn't.
Now watch this.
Because I followed him in college, so I know what I was getting before he got there. So that's the other problem, though. People don't do research.
There we go. So
So if these people have done their research, right? And I get what you're saying. Even if LeBron is on that team, there is no way you can pay me to put this kid
but
on
here,
this team.
you're missing the bigger problem. When you're in college, let's just go with your division for any sport. Like I told my boy Kobe, you're technically facing people of the same caliber talent.
Well, hold on. In basketball, it's different.
No.
Yes, it is
You're facing
because
the
in
people
basketball,
of the same talent.
because in basketball, you just don't play in your conference. You do play other teams. You play outside
I
your
said the
conference.
division. I said you're facing somewhat of the same caliber talent
No, not
as
really.
you are.
Not
Yes,
really.
you is.
Not really.
In college, you're facing the same.
Not really.
It's the same amount of college that you are.
You can't do it in football because
Now-
there is a huge difference
now,
in
but
football.
No,
But
there's no difference in any sport.
yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Is college different? Is college football different than the NFL?
Yes.
Is college basketball different than NBA?
In this day and age, no.
Yes. It's not the same. You're not playing the same game. The rules in NCAA basketball are different than the NBA. Their line, their rules, and what they're willing to accept, and the limitations, and what you can do in that sport. It's total different things. That's what I was telling him. No, there's a different game. When you're playing in college, that's why I keep telling them. Now, like I told my boy, when you're facing people, they're about the same type of caliber of talent. Now, the difference is, of course, you have your people who's going to excel. That just, it don't matter what you do and what situation you put them in. They're going to, Kobe Bryant, Cameron Garnett, came out of high school. You would think they would have a rough time, right? But you have a few people that would just out of this world. It's a different type of game. Now you're expecting this kid to come into the pros, because there's a difference, and show out against pros and think they're going to outdo a pro. Mind you, there are cases when that happens, correct? There are cases. But most of the time, it does not work like that.
I mean,
It doesn't work like that.
I'm looking at his stats for last year.
Who?
Shador.
Okay?
He threw for over 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns.
Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, that's good. That's actually higher than everything else.
I
he
hate
did.
to say it, it's not good enough for me.
Why not?
Ask me why.
Why?
Because he did that against people that can't do shit and are the same type of caliber talent that he is. That's the problem we have here. That's what I'm trying to explain. Those are great against people of his talent.
Exactly, but you don't know.
And we've agreed that who did he face?
Like I said, I agree that he didn't play. To me, he didn't play anybody major.
Now, if he would have did that against major teams,
but again,
you can't have no fucking argument.
But here's the thing, though. You can't fault him for his conference schedule. You can't. All you can say.
But many people are saying he hasn't done anything.
But again, though, they're not.
Your stats is against.
But again, though, your conference is your conference. You can't change that.
But you just said that he didn't face nobody.
Listen to what I'm saying. He didn't play anybody
of importance.
To me, he didn't play anybody in importance. To them, he played people in his conference, and even in his conference, the teams that were better than him, he lost to.
Does he deserve to have his jersey retired?
Where?
Colorado?
Yeah. He's only did 2 years. He didn't do 4.
They talking about they want to retire.
Wow. But I mean, they do that.
They haven't done. He hasn't done anything.
But again, though,
okay, my bad.
That. People do that.
Where the championship at?
You don't have one.
Why?
Because he lost it. They lost that championship that year.
How many times have he lost?
Just
well, my bad. How many championships he got?
I think he got the one at Jackson State when he was there. But, like, see, this year, he's gone, right? He's not there this year, right?
Yeah, he got drafted to what,
he went to the Browns. But now listen to their schedule this year compared to last year.
Okay.
They actually play Georgia Tech, Delaware, Houston, Wyoming, BYU, TCU, Ohio State, Utah, Arizona, West Virginia, which is the first SEC school that they're
Okay.
playing, Arizona State, and Kansas State.
And that's Colorado.
That's Colorado.
Once
Yes.
he's now that he's gone.
Now that he's gone.
How convenient.
Now I feel like, now that I see this schedule, now I actually feel like he kind of got shitted on now. Because if he had played this schedule
And got
this
those
year,
stats that he got on there.
I can say what I want to say. I can say you be the ACC school, you be the SEC school. You've done those things.
How convenient, don't you think?
Oh,
I know how you say about my conspiracy theories, but how convenient now that he gone.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why it's that way.
He's gonna face. They're facing real teams now.
But I'm gonna tell you why it's that way.
Can I ask you a question before you ask?
Go ahead.
Like you just said, how do you have to play them teams this year?
And put up those type of numbers, even in losses. I'm gonna say that because I don't see him beating Georgia Tech.
How do you have to put up them numbers that you
I don't see him beating
stats?
TCU. I don't see him beating Arizona or Arizona State. I don't see him beating those games.
What if they do?
Well, I'm talking about if it was him.
If that was
If
the
he
case,
was him, I don't see them beating Tech because Tech was a hell of a school.
and that's what I'm saying. So we're basing. Yes, it's going off this schedule. Had he had been here to play these games, and he actually put up the numbers against these schools, Rod, I would have been like, oh shit, you can't take that from him. But I can't say that. Your numbers are against who? Who are these teams, Rod? And mind you, I'm not big on the football like you are. You more of the guru than that. But looking at it, because you know me, I like to do my homework and stats. All your teams you've played are against nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
You have stats against nobodies, and you have no championship.
Okay, so I found the schedule and tell me everybody that they played last year, and they lost 1, 2, 3, 4 games.
Who did they beat, Rob?
Uh,
Nobody of importance.
Utah. No, I'm looking at one major win, period, and that was Arizona.
They beat nobody of importance because they don't even talk about it.
Oklahoma State, Utah, Texas Tech, Tennessee.
He ain't beat nobody of
USC,
importance.
Baylor.
Nobody of importance.
I mean, you're right.
They ain't beat nobody of importance. So your stats mean what?
But
to
they
me?
lost to Kansas, which is a bigger school. They lost to BYU, which is a bigger school. Kansas State, they lost to a bigger school. And Nebraska.
Anybody in the top 10?
Who? From last year, I don't know. I can't really see that.
Because
BYU was 17 at the time when they.
Because I looked it up. And then ESPN had to go ahead and show they ain't beat nobody. He ain't beat nobody.
That's what I'm saying though. Again.
So what does your
the teams that
mean
you
to me?
the teams that you supposed to beat, you didn't beat, and then the season before that, in 23.
What did you do? What have you done of importance?
They in 23 they got destroyed.
So here's my thing. Everybody say this. He got cheated. Him being 144 is crazy.
I don't think he went 144 because of his stats. I think he went 144.
Well,
he went 144th because of everything that was said and done.
Everything, yeah.
I'm not going to take anything away from his ability to play football.
What's the ability?
He can go out there. Now when they lost the 23 year there, they got destroyed all their games.
What's
they lost
the ability?
games.
Against who?
Last year, no, his talent. He has talent to play football.
How? If I'm playing with,
No matter how you look at it,
if I'm playing against people of the same
but I'm gonna tell you,
type of caliber as me, what have I done?
You've beaten people. It's not about caliber. If you look at it from a standpoint of this man put up 4,000 yards. He's got 42 touchdowns. He's got a low interception rate. That's talent in itself to play
Against
football. Regardless, that's
against nobody.
It doesn't matter. That's your conference. You play in the Pac-12. That's your conference. It's different if college football had it to where teams are playing out of their conference, because then conference championships wouldn't matter, but they do matter because again. But if you're not playing in a conference like Notre Dame, because they don't play in a conference, they play wherever they want to play. They make their schedules up on the fly. and they get recognized for stuff that they shouldn't even get recognized for.
I'm gonna go by what you have always told me. How can you be considered anything? No, Michael Jordan. And you quote this to me great every time.
Oh, I already know what it is. You're paying these kids.
I even give you a better one. Ric Flair said what? To beat a man, you got to beat the man. He ain't beat nobody.
In our eyes, in my eyes, he didn't beat nobody. I'm going to say that, and I said it before.
Yeah.
But I also recognize that there's still talent there. He is better. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you,
McCann?
huh?
You think he's better
No,
than
I'm not
McCann?
saying no. He's better than the 4 other ones that got picked before him. The exception to the rule is Cam Ward. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not taking, and it's not me hating on these other quarterbacks. It's the truth. When I look at football, I'm not just looking at stats too. I watch games. You know this. You know I am a football person. Just like you're basketball, I'm a football person. I've watched games. I've actually watched Shador play. He is a talent on the football field. He can do things that a lot of those other quarterbacks that got picked before him can't do. And you seen the video.
I've seen a lot of stuff he's done, actually. I have.
Have you seen the video of the guy they picked before him?
In that combine?
Yes. Not, but you. And that's why I say you can't.
I'm gonna say this. I don't like when they do that because.
But do you understand?
They only show bad. So.
What if it was all bad?
But they didn't show that. They only showed that one bad pass.
No, they showed more than that. That was just that was the tail end of it. That was the last one.
Like, okay, so what about the good? So he's not good?
No, they said compare.
Do you think he's not good? Do you think he's good? He's played, right?
Yeah, but everybody remember the conversation we had about everybody ain't NFL material.
So you think he's not NFL material?
No, I don't.
So you think they dropped the ball?
I think they fucked up. I think at the end of the day.
Why take that risk?
To teach a lesson.
For who?
Him and his daddy.
But
I hate to say it.
But you're gonna fuck yourself up in the process trying to teach somebody a lesson.
Really? Not
so
really.
You don't play him. That's what you
I don't think he's going. And this is my personal opinion. I'm gonna be honest. This sucks, and it's gonna suck majorly. But a lot of times, 5th and 6th round picks get cut.
So you think he's getting cut?
I'm not saying he's getting cut.
Well,
I'm just saying
he was first. No, he wasn't.
5th round, 144.
No, we're talking about you.
Shador, yes.
You think he getting cut?
Bruh. I'm not saying
that gonna be worse than the goddamn prank. God damn! Oh,
I just hope it's not that. My point that I'm making.
You don't think they didn't draft?
Again, we don't know the motives behind
this. You don't
this.
think they draft him just to cut him?
Just to teach a lesson. That's a fucked up lesson to teach.
I don't know, Rod. Now I feel like you reaching now.
I'm not reaching. I'm just looking at it from a different angle. I think
that's a reach now.
Because when you think about this,
that's a reach, right? I mean,
you got to think about it. Let's be honest.
They drafted him.
You drafted a guy. If I can't think of that guy's fucking name, I wish I knew his name. If I knew his name, I would tell you. The other guy that got. Matter of fact, I can pull it up. Let's see.
So you think they drafted to cut him?
Draft 4. Let's see. 4th round. I think the guy got picked in the 4th round. The one that went to Cleveland.
So you really think they drafted him to cut him?
I'm trying to see. Like,
that will be fucked up. What about the brother though?
The brother plays defense. We're not talking. Travis Hunter is not his brother. I'm just
no.
saying.
I'm talking. No. I'm talking about
Shador's brother.
Yeah, Shiloh. You don't think that?
Shiloh got on
someone getting cut. They have 5 QB.
Yeah, they got 5 QBs on the team. You got Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Shador, and the 2 other people they drafted this year before him.
I don't know, man. I mean, I see what you guys are saying, but I think I don't. You think y'all really think they drafted him just to cut him, to teach him a lesson?
Hey.
But wouldn't that be a waste on the Browns? They're wasting a pick.
They don't care.
I don't know.
The Browns stack picks every year.
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
Here is.
I don't know.
Here is your quarterback room right now.
That's fucked up. I don't think so.
Here is your quarterback room right now. Right. You got Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, and Deshaun Watson, and then you add Shador. That's 5. Somebody getting cut. And you're not cutting Flacco, and you're not cutting what's his name? You are not cutting Deshaun Watson unless he gets traded.
So like me, y'all know the football better than me. I don't. I don't know. That's kind of a. Wow, that'd be fucked up. I mean, looking at what you're showing me.
I'm just saying.
So you said no play, no PT.
He might not be getting shit. If he makes third string, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he will be the third quarterback, and the other 2 want to hit the practice squad, and so whatever.
But what about the comments that were given from the other teams?
Talking about how he interviewed and all that kind of stuff. That comes from his dad.
But they said that he's really not that good. He ain't faced nobody.
Okay, so here's the thing. When we say he ain't faced nobody,
I'm just going by what
I know,
they said.
and I'm finna explain what they mean by they didn't face nobody. You have several different college conferences, right?
And he ain't faced not one of them.
No, they're in a conference, but again, you have what they call the Power 5. The Power 5 are the toughest 5 conferences in college football. SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, and I think the Pac-10 is the last one. I'm not sure, but I think it is. But those are your Power 5, and I think they're not in the They're not in the Big 5, right? So if they're not in that group, they call it the Power 5, right? That's the 5 toughest conferences in college football. Okay, so Big 10, Big 12, ACC, SEC, and the Pac-12. Those are your Power 5 conferences. Colorado is not in any one of those conferences. I think they're in.
So yeah, they're playing for fun.
No, they're not playing it for fun. But if you look at it, that's why you look at it from a certain perspective. When I say this, so when you're not playing caliber, that's why do you think they're in the Big 12? Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't the Big 12 one of those conferences I said?
No, you said Pac-10.
No. Big 12 is not one of those conferences, nor the Pac-10. So they're in the Big 12. They're not a Power 5 conference, right? And what I mean by Power 5, like I said, Power 5 is your top 5 conferences in the country. So if you don't play any of those schools, like they should play because they're in the Big 12. They should play. No, they're not in the Big 12.
Damn.
Did they say Big 12 or Big 10? They might be. They are in the Big 12.
You said 12.
Well, that's why I got it right here. I can't remember exactly what I said.
I don't know, Rod. I think that would be. Looking at it like that, that'd be fucked up.
No, but that's how that rolls, though. They are in the Big 12, so they are in a Power 5 conference. I'm sorry. But you didn't. So, again, now that I say that, I can say, okay, your stats kind of matter because you are in a Power 5 conference.
But you ain't facing.
But you lost to those teams in your conference that matter. You know you have talent. You know you're good to a certain point, right? But the teams that are better than you didn't beat. You see what I'm saying? The teams that you needed to beat to make Shiloh look like this, and we're not even going to talk about how it came out that Deion basically manufactured the offense for Shiloh to have the numbers that he had.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, this came out of a journal, not my mouth. This came out of journalist's mouth.
I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Because I'm not trying to take anything away from what Shiloh did.
So now we're saying that
That's what I'm not saying. I don't want to take anything.
So now we're saying he's not good.
No, I'm saying that they're saying he's not good.
That's what that means.
That's what they're saying.
If I'm juicing up for him to touch the ball,
a quarterback gonna touch the ball more than anybody else. Let's be clear.
But the way
they said it though
is that
Deion manufactured the offense for him to throw for 4,000 yards. But again, though, you have a guy in Travis Hunter who's a go-getter. Travis made him look good. I'm gonna be honest.
Hence the reason why he went
2. But he didn't go 2 just because of that. Travis played both sides of the ball. He played offense and defense.
And I like his demeanor and how he takes
He was
stuff.
humble.
I love it.
He was humble. He didn't get on stage and say all the things that Shador said. He knew he was good. He didn't need nobody to tell him.
And that's my thing. And he played in a lesser conference.
He played on the team with him.
That's what I said. You played in a lesser conference, and
You played on the same
I
team.
still wound up being picked. So that's why I told people, no, it's not about.
Remember, he's the Heisman Trophy winner too.
But I told him it's not about where he played, because if that's the case, they wouldn't have drafted Travis #2. So it's not about that.
We know what it's about now.
It's
We
not
already
about
know
that.
what it's about.
It's not because I was arguing somebody. They was like, "Oh no, he didn't get paid."
Because how you gonna draft Travis at #2 and you didn't draft the guy who was throwing the ball to Travis?
No, it's what it is. It came down. So when I look at something like that, it didn't come down to talent.
Came down to your daddy.
And that too. It didn't come to where I played at, because we just proved that Travis got went #2.
But how did Travis get to #2?
Because the ball was thrown to me.
And who threw him the ball?
The motherfucker that got there didn't get picked. Now, if Travis got picked, because this how it should have went. Shadow should have went first.
Shador should have went first.
Well, I always get Shador should have went first, then Travis. I don't care about the brother. I mean,
he played defense. Defense. The thing is with the defense, with defensive in the draft this year, it was so much to choose for. And remember what I told you a couple days ago. There are only 200 and some odd picks in the draft.
So whatever.
So you have to realize upon yourself.
Someone ain't getting picked. But that's how it should have went. Shador should have went first. Or I could have went Travis first. Either way. It could have went either way. Them two boys should have went first. Because remember, they've been talking about them.
Oh, yeah. Travis, remember, Travis won the Heisman.
It should have been them
playing two positions. How long has it been since you've seen a person play two positions in football?
Michael B. Jordan. Oh, shit. Never mind. My bad. I can't forget. No, but all jokes aside, it probably should have went Shador first, and then.
No, Cam Ward was still better.
The both of well, I guess you can't be.
Cam Ward was a better quarterback. I'm sorry. Cam Ward still has.
Oh wait, they should have been the top 5.
Well, Shador should have went top 5. I'm not going to say anything bad about that. Shador should have went top 5
over Travis.
I'm okay.
Over Travis.
That would have been okay.
Well, I mean,
I would have been okay with that.
I would have been either way it went. Travis or Shador could have went. I'm a more fan of Travis. I like his aura, his attitude towards the game. No, he's gonna be.
But
special.
again, though, he didn't have, and I hate when I say
that was a humble life.
This is gonna be real shitty when I say this. He didn't have, even though he was underneath Deion's wing, he didn't have the taint of Deion on him because he still did what he had to do for himself. He didn't go out here.
I didn't like how. No, he did push his son, but what? Your son is throwing to Travis. Why you didn't push Travis the same way? What? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, right?
You were coach of both of them. You coached both of them, but you didn't push him the way.
Because how many of your boys went? Only 3?
See, somebody actually said it. Somebody actually said it in the news.
What?
Browns may cut Colorado Buffalo legend Shador Sanders before the 2025 season even started. And this is a newspaper called The Sporting News. And everybody knows The Sporting News has been around forever and a day.
They're going to cut. Oh, man. I will hope that we didn't do this to prove a point.
I believe they did. I'm not even going to lie. I think they did it to prove a point.
Because it's the end of the road if that happens.
But, ladies and gentlemen, it's approaching that time. We had a wonderful 2.5 hours and such with y'all today.
We're going to talk about the NFL next week.
Well, we'll know.
Well, that and remember we didn't get touch on it. How I feel about how kids are getting cheated in the NFL.
Yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about that next week since we're on this little kick about everything and
NFL. Watching. Well, I'm not gonna say NFL. I'm gonna say.
Well, it's NBA and NFL, and well, you can't say in baseball because baseball has a farm system, so it's different.
I'm gonna say, I don't like how kids are being treated when it comes to this drafting thing. Well, you have time? time is it?
Not really. It's 8 o'clock. 8:00.
We'll save it for next week. That'll be the first thing we touch on. I have a problem with
Well, we're on two
that's-
different sides of the fence with that, but we'll get into it with y'all next week about it. But for y'all, thank you for watching. I enjoyed the conversations, and they were good.
Capital R.
And as he said, the same thing. So
Michael. Oh well, you can call me Michael B. Rome.
Michael B. Rome. And for all of y'all out there, y'all continue to follow us on. You can follow me on TikTok under my name, which is Rod or Mr. Gray. You can follow him on TikTok at
Rome the One. Yeah, I think it's just
Rome,
Rome the
it's
One.
Rome the One.
And then my YouTube is Rome the One 365.
You can follow me on You can follow me on Twitch and YouTube at KidDeath77, where you will find this episode and all the other episodes that we've done, and you can check them out. And please, if you like the content that you like, please like and subscribe and follow. And I guarantee you there'll be more wonderful conversations and everything else is going on.
Here's one more thing.
What's that?
For you click.
Oh, Nixon 5.
Nixon 5, baby.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening.
You know we winning, right?
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Nixon 5. Nixon 5.